Yo, it's your boy E to the T here, and I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even a minor accident can cause whiplash for years if it goes untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Proctor.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Google, it's go time on a Wednesday morning. I got a little pep in my step today. Enjoy Prosper Free Radio for the next 3-4 shows. Go ahead, enjoy, laugh it up, live it up. E.T., good morning. How are we, my friend? I'm headed to San Antonio. You ever been to San Antonio?
No.
Yeah, fun town, good place. We have great friends there. They have a daughter who's getting married. Nice little wedding. Turned into a little weekend shindig. So,
Wimby.
Right? Checks schedule. You know what? It's hard to go out of town for a wedding and catch an NBA game, right? Especially when you're involved. Like when you're involved, you're in the rehearsal and all. You know, the whole deal. Yeah, probably gonna be hard to catch that game, but I'm not afraid to look at the schedule and see what's happening. We'll see what's popping out there. Basketball we'll start with this morning, and buddy, that Gator basketball team now. So they played without Elijah Martin, who, if I'm going to power rank, it's kind of hard. Walter Clayton Jr. is the engine, right? He's the best player on the team. He'll be the first team All-SEC. And for different reasons and at different times, it'd be hard to power rank 2 through 6. 2 through 5. That's not fair. It'd be hard to power rank 2 through 4. There are times where Elijah Martin certainly seems like he's the second best player, second most important player on the team. Then you play without him at Auburn, you win by 11, and you're like, ooh, that's impressive. You can argue Alex Condon is the second best player. Versatile, a double-double machine, continues to get better as a sophomore, 6'11". Probably the best NBA future would be Alex Condon. Can argue Will Richard, who just when you need him will throw you a 22-point game. Just when you need it, he'll go 5 for 8 from 3 one night. So Will Richard at times can look like the second best player. Mix in, look, Thomas Houck every now and then can look like the second best player. Especially if he's forced to do more as he was last night, because roundabout where I'm getting to, Florida without Elijah Martin at Auburn, the thought was he'd be back. He had a hip pointer, I guess, in the win last week over Vandy. Thought was, though, that he was going to play last night at Mississippi State. Listen, that's a tough spot. Mississippi State's ranked number 22 in the country. Florida's coming off an emotional win on Saturday over the number 1 team in the land, Auburn. They're living off these press clippings now, proclaiming a top 3 team in the nation, maybe a top seed when the NCAA tournament brackets come out. And they go on the road to play Mississippi State, and Martin, we learned that tip-off is not going to play. So, oops, down him again. And then Alex Condon, who I'd say probably for his versatility and his talents, probably the second best player on the team. Most important. As good as Elijah Martin is and is. Condon probably is. Well, I mean, we're not a minute into the game. Condon rolls his ankle. I mean, bad. To the point he immediately left the floor not to come back, right to the MRIs and the x-ray machines and all that good stuff. The good news is it's, quote, just a sprain. I don't know. We'll see. I know the bottom of your leg ain't supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to contort that way. If you've ever had ankle injuries, man, I could watch a guy get beheaded on the football field, E.T. Good morning, friend.
Stop, I say
I
again.
can watch a guy come across and just bam, just put a shoulder pad right in. Ooh, I might wince. But show me a man rolling his ankle, and I guess,
down bad.
Yeah, that's the one that kind of just grabs the bottom of your spine, tugs on it just a little
That's
bit.
the man whose ankle has been rolled before.
That's me, man.
I already know it.
Yeah, there you go. I've told my ankle stories at its weakest. I just turn on it wrong and fall in the middle of a restaurant.
I'm at that stage too.
Yeah, man. I did it in college and never got it fixed right, and so it'll get strong enough. Now I got so much, scar tissue like I do in my life that I don't feel it quite as much. So anyway, back to the Gators. Condon rolls his ankle. He goes out of the game. So here you are on the road at Mississippi State. I think 21 in the country, 22, I don't know, top 25. And you don't have Elijah Martin, and now you don't have Condon.
Okay.
And as you would expect, that levels the floor quite a lot. And at the end of the first half, it was 33-32 Mississippi State. Or no, 34-33 Mississippi State. And then you went and took a shower. It was an early game start, and then you grabbed a snack and clicked back on the game, and there was like 16 minutes left to go in the game. The second half has started, and the score is 50-34 Florida. Yeah, that's 17. A little 17-0 burst to start the second half. Ultimately, they built the lead over 20, and they settled into a way too easy, I don't know, was it 11, 13-point victory last night in Starkville. It's another milestone, so to speak, for Florida as they beat top 25 teams back-to-back on the road. And I'll have to get the space that falls in. But, yeah, the Gators keep on keeping on. And with a win last night at Mississippi State, they're now 21-3. And Tennessee, by the way, lost last night at Kentucky. And if the old committee were meeting tonight with the cigars lit, the smoke wafting, Florida would be a number one seed. They'd be on the top line. Basketball to be played. Basketball to be played down the stretch, for sure. But, man, not just back-to-back wins at Auburn and Mississippi State for the Gators, but doing it like way short in the personnel department. This seems strange to say without it involving the Iron Bowl and football. But you know what happens Saturday at 4 o'clock, ET?
Saturday at 4. No, educate me.
Saturday at 4, number 1, Alabama plays number 2, Auburn.
I definitely would have thought that was football.
Right? In basketball. So the Gators, I mentioned this yesterday, the schedule softens here a little bit. Now, be careful. Don't get me wrong. We've talked about this league and the depth, but in a league where seemingly every team is ranked, I saw Joe Lunardi's bracketology yesterday, had 13 SEC teams in the tournament. Somehow, amazingly, Florida's about to play 4 in a row against teams that are currently unranked. They'll play South Carolina at home this Saturday. Then they've got Oklahoma at home next Tuesday. And then at LSU, at Georgia. So kind of the bottom of the SEC standings there. Then they'll finish with 3, as it is here in the league, they'll finish with 3 ranked games. They'll play Texas A&M at home. Wednesday, March 5th, at Alabama. Currently number 1 in the coaches poll. Imagine if Alabama somehow survives to that point of the schedule and they're number 1 in Florida would be in a very unique position of at least having the opportunity to beat a number 1 team 3 different times. Well, look, it kind of feels like you've gotten off a roller coaster ride with the Jags, doesn't it? I mean, since the season ended, ET, it's just whoosh, 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 this, got to get that. We got to get, think of everything that has happened. Coach has been fired. The cycle begins. Balky's in, then he's out. Baselli's out, then he's in. Coach hired, assistants, coordinators. The staff, by the way, is now full with the most recent round of hires. And, feel free to use the old Google machine if you want to know every single, staff assistant. But we've dropped in the names as they've come along. So the staff is done, put to bed. Baselli is in place. high up in that front office. It's just time to get a GM. So that's the work to be done this week. We're not going to now reverse course and just go hard line into every GM candidate. I'll repeat what I have already said, and Hicken has expressed this as well, and ET as well, for that matter. And that is, if I'm trying to, figure out what Ian Cunningham is all about, I just got to look. I got to hope he's coming from organizations that have been making good decisions. And then the good decisions that have been made in those organizations, I'll go ahead and, continuing yesterday's theme, at least for me, of optimism, I'll just like to hope that maybe he was involved with some of those good decisions and go from there. So, cherry pick either from great organizations or from guys who have been with organizations that have made good decisions. And most importantly, as we've learned here in this new kumbaya land of Jaguars synergy, it seems like the relationship with whoever this new, apparently young GM is going to be, it seems like that relationship is going to be as important as anything. And you know what? That's probably not a bad strategy. I've been to the Senior Bowl, ET. Folks have been to the Combine, okay? There's a baseline there, what everyone does. It's not, you don't go to the Senior Bowl and look at the legion and army of scouts and front office personnel and see anybody doing anything differently than anyone else. They're using the same measurables. They're watching guys do the same drills. They've watched the same college football season. A cohesion between what the front office is seeing and thinking, what the coaching staff is living and needing. Important. And I know this to be true. Some of the things we suggest and some of the things we tell you, we know. And I know that this time last year, there was already big-time discord, probably unfixable, despite what was said, between Balky and his staff and Peterson and his. And arguments to be had on both sides if no one's willing to move. If everybody in the meeting knows they're right, then nothing changes. But there was some passive aggressiveness. That whole onboarding narrative last year by Trent Baalke is a shot at the coaching staff of, hey, they said they need these positions. We drafted them, and they didn't play them. And the staff's side is, yeah, we need these positions with good players without, calling into throwing guys under the bus, whoever those players may be. Just so happens that draft class we can cherry pick right through. He's basically talking about the 2022 draft class not being played enough in 23. The Brenton Strange, the Abdullah and Lacey, Bigsby, right? None of those guys got a lot of playing time, and I think it was because Peterson is coaching a team that he's trying to get to the playoffs and doesn't seem like those guys are ready to the point they might be a liability. We remember Tank Bigsby looking at the ball on the ground while the Colts scooped it up and scored. There's some rookie mistakes that were going on anyway. That's here nor there. That relationship, in addition to serious defects on both sides. Baalke did a C-plus job, and by the end, Peterson was doing a C-minus job, if you ask me. He didn't win anything in this conference. And by the way, now in this league. And the Jags this week will search for the GM, that cohesion, that talent, that smart. Those smarts, I should say. And meanwhile, you know what, I'm taking now in the aftermath of the Super Bowl? No more excuses for the conference. Hey, AFC. Are we being blinded by pretenders, by shiny, instruments? Shiny toys. Oh, Lamar, look at him. Oh, he's so pretty. Oh, look at Josh Allen. It's a shame that the Chiefs are the better team. These guys are incredible. Are they? Hey, Bills. Hey, Ravens. Boo. The Chiefs are mowing through an AFC that's talented, but that is mentally weak. You've let these guys push you around and bully you for 7 years. Shame on all of us. Shame on any AFC team that's had a good squad. What a bunch of sissies. What a bunch of wallflowers. What a bunch of wilters we are, huh? We had our shot. We're a part of that list of losers. Well, we had our magical win. We went out to Kansas City. We were in the game. We had our chance
Yeah.
to slay the dragon. Did we do it? No. But it's even more unacceptable for those, quote, good teams that are trotting out the alleged MVP every year. Who have the MVPs been? Lamar or Josh Allen? Shame on y'all. I mean, the Eagles beat them like they're a JV team. I would say this Kansas City team maybe not as good as a couple of them, but I don't know. If I'm Kansas City, thank God for the 49ers. They seem to, like the AFC, believe you're some sort of unbeatable football team. Eagles got other ideas. Eagles probably feel like if they had Vic Fangio, they would have won the last Super Bowl against you jokers, and they just beat the living hockey sticks out of you. So this is it for the AFC. If you let Kansas City go to the Super Bowl, if we let Kansas City go to the Super Bowl again next year, y'all need to, take salary cuts or reclassify. I don't know. But I take that out of... Now, Kansas City has been walloped twice in the Super Bowl in this run. Just boat raced by both the Bucs and the Eagles. And yet, you either do one of two things, AFC. We either do one of two things. We lay down, we de-emphasize, we don't put the importance on getting that top seed, and we let the Chiefs get it just about every year. And then the one year that they don't, last year, the big bad Bills and Ravens let the Chiefs march through their towns on the way to a Super Bowl. Chiefs are aging. They're going to run into more and more salary issues. Kelsey's not going to be worth his weight in Taylor Swift cash soon. Hopefully, if nothing else, last night took some serious bulldozers, or I say last night, Super Bowl Sunday took some serious bulldozers to the Chiefs dynasty here. And let's knock them down and let's turn them into the early 90s Cowboys. And don't let them become the 20-year Patriots. Let's send them back to the drawing board for a while. Let's don't let them do what the rest of us never do. The Chiefs, the good teams, they recognize the weakness and they attack it and they fill it. The O-line was a mess in the loss to the Bucs 2020. They immediately attacked, fixed it as best they could, won a couple more Super Bowls, and now the offensive line is a mess. And I promise you what they won't do is tell you how so-and-so is a good young player. Nah, they'll fix it. But, man, vulnerable doesn't even do the word justice. They just got, boat raced. There aren't many teams in the AFC that couldn't have played that game better than the Chiefs did on Sunday night. And they've never, even in the loss to the Bucs, they've never looked that average. And it's just shocking to me how these supposed big, good, powerful teams in the AFC have failed once again to do anything about it. And again, we're a part of that group. I mean, not near as strong right now and as viable as a contender, but it was just a couple years ago we had our crack, couldn't do it. Texans couldn't do it. Bills, no. Ravens, no. Eagles, sure. We'll take a shot. That's what that's what y'all sweating over there? Huh. The most predictable Bourbon Street squabble in history if you know these two forgotten athletes past.
Squabble up.
That story when we come back on the other side. Y'all, okay, here's the tease. I bet a lot of y'all ain't heard this yet. And if you're my age, it's gonna make you stick around even more. Here's the tease. Here is the squabble, the beef, the spat. You ready? Pat Mahomes Sr., John Rocker. Oof. Next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
He's not afraid to tell the truth. Rick Ballou as the Truth Teller. Evenings on 1010XL.
I'd give anything to be friends with him. Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today. Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Look, it's kind of cooling down right now. I love opening my windows up this time of year. If you're looking to upgrade your windows in your home, I want you to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Ask about their latest hurricane and impact-resistant windows and doors, rated #1 by Consumer Reports in all 3 main window categories. You want quality, style, and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. That's Pella Windows and Doors, online at PellaJacks.com.
Like to learn how to fly an airplane? Well, you're not alone. High Flying Jacko here, inviting you to listen Sunday morning. We'll start your aviation career with a 60-minute ride on the airwaves of 1010XL. The High Flying Show, Sunday at 9 on 1010XL.
My name is Paul. I'm 58 years old. I lost 45 pounds thanks to the Awaken 180 program. Before Awaken 180, I was drinking Pepto out of the bottle at night to go to sleep from heartburn. I was struggling getting up and down the stairs, like tired all the time. I didn't know that's how it wasn't supposed to be. I just accepted that's how my life is. And then one day I said, it doesn't have to be this way. I made a decision to change my life and I chose Awaken 180, and that was the best choice I ever made. I needed support. I'm a person who needed support. Awaken 180 provided that support for me. They changed my relationship with food. I changed it with their guidance. That was the whole thing. I had to change my relationship with food. And I learned how to eat. I learned healthy fats. I learned all about sugar and what it does to me. And I just learned a new way to live.
A change Paul and I both needed, and we received with Awaken 180. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
If you're cooking for your sweetheart this weekend, Southern Steer Butcher has you covered. An easy-choose Valentine's Day special menu with the best meats in town. Full V-Day flyer at southernsteer.com.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is Max Fink with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at kuhnflowers.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online. I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back. It's Betros Plumbing Wednesday, by the way. Don't fight that plumbing hassle. Pick up the phone and call the boys at Betros. All right. So many layers here. E, the joke that I laid on you when I walked in, is that too insensitive a joke to say publicly?
Man, no.
It's not. I mean, you know the exact one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Can I get my way with that? I'm better off just overheard in the break.
You're right, overheard in the break.
Yeah, we'll just overheard in the break, that one. I just suggested maybe a setting that would seem like a natural one for what just happened in New Orleans Super Bowl weekend, considering the parties. All right, here we are. Pat Mahomes Sr., that's Patrick Mahomes' daddy, and we've detailed his struggles, Z.
Uh-huh.
I can't keep up with him, right? DUIs, assaults.
Man.
We just had something like a year ago at the Super Bowl. He was in the news. Did he get arrested or something, didn't he?
Yeah, like DUIs. He almost didn't make the game, I think.
Yeah, something. He's been a mess. He's a hot mess, right?
Poor Patrick.
If you're a Braves fan in the 90s, there was no hotter mess than John Rocker.
Now, tell me about Buddy.
Tell me about Buddy, he says, gang. You never heard of John Rocker?
Oh,
man. No, it's okay if you hadn't. Yeah, John Rocker. John Rocker, at one point, certainly by one fan base, and maybe over on baseball, the most hated man in baseball. He was basically a redneck reliever for the Braves who said the quiet part out loud, and by quiet part, I mean when you're sitting like in a swamp somewhere, we're about 8 beers in with your buddies, that kind, like overheard in the. Well, these comments even wouldn't be overheard in the break in this place, but in the places where overheard in the break would be way more offensive. But just said it right out.
He gonna speak his mind.
So I've established what Mahomes is, right? What whatever the struggles. He's a hot mess. And then John Rocker, man. I'll tell you now what happened with Rocker. Rocker was a Braves reliever. He was a dominant player. He was an all-star. The Braves and Mets had a fiery rivalry going on. The Mets were trying to catch up with the Braves, and the Braves were heartbreaking them in the postseason. But regular season battles, and the rivalry was rich in the late 90s into the early 2000s. And Rocker, apparently thinking he was in the break, told Sports Illustrated, E.T., SI, which was, I guess, the Twitter of the day. You only got your feed once a week. It's a different time now. No social media, barely any internet. The boys who went viral back in the day, they did something now.
Right.
Sometimes for the wrong reason. This is what I'm going to say. These things, gang. It's going to represent a large shift in where we are. This is what was printed in SI. Okay, so I'm quoting from the John Rocker article. And ET, this will help answer the question: who's John Rocker?
Who's Buddy?
Yeah, and Buddy has a lot of saves, and Buddy has all-star appearances, and Buddy went to the playoffs, and Buddy was a good baseball player, but his middle name was off his. So, in SI, Buddy said this: imagine having to take the 7 train to Shea, looking like you're in Beirut, next to some kid with purple hair, next to some queer with AIDS.
Oh, dear.
Right next to some dude who got out of jail for the 4th time, right next to some 20-year-old mom with 4 kids. It's depressing. The biggest thing I don't like about New York, the foreigners. You can't walk an entire block in Times Square and not hear anybody speaking English. Asians and Koreans and Vietnamese and Indians and Russian and Spanish people and everything up there. How the hell did they get in this country? Jeez. That's John Rocker. I say this wholly to provide the stability behind an interaction between Mahomes and Rocker on Bourbon Street that went as might be expected when we learned that these two had already not liked each other. So for this, we don't have to go to ESPN. We'll just go to TMZ, get right down to it. A wild scene from the Super Bowl week. Patrick Mahomes Sr. got into a shouting match with fellow former Major League Baseball pitcher John Rocker right in the middle of Bourbon Street. Things grew so intense, the two had to be held back from each other. Or maybe was it set up for to promote a celebrity boxing match, ET? You have to be careful these days.
Right.
Footage of the apparent altercation making the rounds showing Pat Sr. chatting with some buddies as the former Braves hurler approached him. It looks like Rocker went in for a handshake, but things then went south. Pat Sr. didn't seem too thrilled. They jawed back and forth. Eventually, the guys Mahomes were with intervened, and they got him away from each other. A lot of words were exchanged. Rocker threw a drink at Mahomes as he was leaving. Unclear when it happened. One thing worth noting. Okay now. So apparently Barstool, Portnoy, Barstool Day Portnoy, said a few days ago Rocker and Mahomes Sr. are expecting to fight in a future boxing event.
Okay. Just like you said, they promoting something.
Regardless, Rocker commented on the vibes. He tweeted saying, "This bleeping loser can't take a damn joke. Wish I laid him out right there and ruined his weekend even more." Understand my man Rocker is like my age, bro. He's like got to be maybe a little younger. He's probably 50, so. By the way, if these two were this can't be a fight. Yeah, this can't be a fight. I mean, John Rocker would kill Pat Mahomes in like 8 seconds, dude. Rocker's still that same idiot, and he's in shape.
Yeah, he looked like he was in shape.
Yeah, he is in shape. By the way, Rocker had some other. He never outlived that. And I do feel like he was sorry for it. He's just a redneck more than, he's just stupid. I think he is more than anything. He is dangerous, but he never, and rightfully, never outran those comments.
You know what? Somebody on the text line I remember like as a kid seeing like a pitcher sprint from the bullpen to the mound. That was him.
That was him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was him.
Okay.
He was a fire, again,
a fiery guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you got to keep it within reason. And I'm sure this is what happened. Rocker got comfy with this SI writer, and he's talking, the writer, I'm sure, is fanning it in, and I'm sure within a bunch of other things that were said that would have been completely printable and not thrown him under the bus. I mean, if that's called throwing him under the bus, I don't know. You can't be dumb enough today with all now. At least today's celebrity and athlete, you'll never know exactly who they are because they're too savvy to ever let it out, right? But yeah, here is I'm looking at Mahomes. Yeah, I spent time for a DWI conviction. This was back in this is just October 2024. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't feel right, putting Pat Mahomes and John Rocker in a celebrity boxing match. By the way, then it went on Twitter. They went back and forth, and, Rocker tweeted Patrick Mahomes, not Pat Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a loser. I mean, I hate it. What? I don't know. Silliness ensued. But, yeah, I told you the question. Who is John Rocker? Yeah, you got to sit down for a second. Got to sit down and go through all that. Let's come back with a football fix, gang. You are listening live this morning to The Drill, huh? What a thrill. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. We got Get Smart John today and more on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wake Forest hosting Florida State at the Joel Coliseum today. The Seminoles are 1-6 on the road this year. Wake Forest laying 6.5. The total 141.5. The Florida Gators opened as a favorite on the road at Mississippi State yesterday, but by the opening tip, the Gators with a 2.5-point dog. They blow out the Bulldogs 81-68 at the Humphrey Coliseum. NASCAR qualifying for the Daytona 500 today. Todd Gilliland and Kyle Larson, the 7-1 co-favorites to win the pole. Joey Logano has gone from 10-1 to plus 750. Michael McDowell is 8-1. They'll qualify today. The duels tomorrow. The race on Sunday. $250 bonus, and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Roses are red, violets are blue. A broken pipe? That's no way to woo. This Valentine's Day, don't let plumbing or HVAC problems ruin the romance. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a backed-up septic tank, or a heater that's colder than your ex's heart, Duck Rooter is here to save the day. Our expert team will fix it fast and at a fair price, so you can get back to the love you deserve. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769, or online at duckduckrooter.com.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out. You need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house. Because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily's Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily's Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
Good morning, beautiful people. E.T. here, and don't let Valentine's Day sneak up on you. It's 2 days away, by the way. So plan the perfect romantic getaway in Clay County. Stay at one of Clay's beautiful Airbnbs or in luxury at Club Continental, a boutique riverfront retreat. And treat your special someone to an unforgettable dinner at the Hilltop Restaurant. And trust me on this one, Clay County is the perfect spot for romance. You know what I'm saying? Start planning today at exploreclay.com and tag those romantic moments with hashtag ExploreClay. Come on, somebody.
Take a radio boat ride with Captain Cabin on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show. Reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI, domestic violence, and all criminal offenses. In your battle with the justice system, there's only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645. 354-5645.
Joe C for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. They can transform your backyard with fire pits, pergolas, screen enclosures, and outdoor kitchens. And CSS handles the entire project from start to finish. You dream it, they build it. CSSOutdoor.com.
Mia here. You want to know what I'm so over? Resolutions. You want to know what I am into? The revolution hitting the road in a new Toyota from Arlington Toyota. So what do you say? Join the Arlington Toyota revolution and save big with financing as low as 0% on select new models. Or get up to $8,500 off select new Toyotas. Plus, every new Toyota purchase from Arlington Toyota comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty and 60-day exchange. Shop in person on Atlantic Boulevard, just a quarter-mile east of 295, or at arlingtontoyota.com. Visit arlingtontoyota.com/0% for full details.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, if you want more on just John Rocker and where his headspace is, apparently he has started Twitter recently and his thoughts are way out there and he's sharing them apparently. I'll have fun with that one. Yeah, and this is all apparently a stage. Dan Hicken tied in with the New York media. It's John Rocker. He's probably got a rocker like alert button on his Twitter. Rocker was crazy. Probably even his success. I don't know. Hicken would have to answer. I'd say in its burst, no one was more hated by the Mets fan than Rocker because he scorched dirt on their home, man. I mean, he had other things, Queen, anyway, no, never. But apparently it's all set up for a fight. Man, if you're Patrick Mahomes, don't you pull Pops aside and say, man, I'll pay you twice as much. Stop this.
Yes. Like, Pop, what are you doing?
Yeah, man, stop it. Not to mention, that can't be, you can't put that man in a fight, dude. You see Pat Mahomes. How old is Pat Mahomes? He probably wearing a lot of years and more than he really is, but that ain't a fair fight, is it?
Oh, that's crazy.
No, man. But yeah, strong opinions. Nah. This is interesting. Huh. We get to that in a football fix. I've been sent something here on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures just about these analytics and going forward on short down. Actually, I'll start with here and then we'll get into it. But I'm just forwarding, or I'm basically relaying something that's been afforded to me. An article on why 4th and 2 from your own side of the field is suddenly in vogue. Ben Johnson was a pioneer in using data and creating data during his stint in Miami. One area where his influence on the Dolphins was shown was in analytics. It's hard to remember now, but teams used to be far more conservative when it came to 4th down just overall. No, I remember. Ben Johnson set out to change that. Johnson persuaded Philbin to allow him to do a study in the offseason before NFL broadcasts had probabilities for every conceivable 4th down situation. Johnson had a talent to write code that had his own numbers. So, yeah, So you're the one to blame? You're the one we wanted? You're Mr. Go for it on your own 31. Listen, you look at some of the ones that are the biggest perpetrators, and that's what I'll call them, perpetrators. No one was dumber, and it cost them a job than that Staley cat out there in San Diego of Los Angeles, right? The San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles, the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego, whatever the heck they are. Here are the ages, by the way, on Mahomes and Rocker. Mahomes Sr. is 54. Boy, he looks 60. Rocker's 50. Yeah. By the way, Pops had a heater in his hand while he's having the argument. Just pulling back on a dart. A little lung dart for Mahomes. I don't think Mahomes could go a minute without running out of breath, dude. Huh? Rocker's fueled by, alcohol and inbred hatred. Who knows what will happen to that thing? Oh, good grief. Fire the band. We got a football fix. Let's lighten the mood here. Brought to you by the Home Course, Joint Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. And by our friends at the Big Orange Chorus, order your Seeking Valentine. You heard them in studio yesterday. What a deal. Just $75 and you put Valentine's Day to bed. You put it to rest. And what a great creative. They'll show up either to the house or the club or your wife's place of work. You can take her to dinner and they'll show up right there at the Applebee's, wherever, man. And just $75, you get 2 songs, get a big Hershey's Kiss, you can get a rose, card. It's crazy. Who says the dollar doesn't go anywhere anymore? Take it to the Big Orange Course. Go to bigorangecourse.com or call 355-SING. Just about everywhere you look, the Jaguars are pegged to go defense with that 5th pick if they sit there. Every once in a while, you'll see these, trade proposals. It's hard enough to get a mock draft right. When you're going to start throwing in potential trades, give me a break. Like CBS is going to be able to predict that, the Jags are going to move out of 5 to somewhere else, or is the case where yesterday I think it was a PFF mock draft that suggested that. But here's one that just keeps it 1 through 5, and a name that we've heard mentioned, and I just, knowing what we know, talking to Tony, knowing how weak our lines of scrimmage are, I can't imagine that they would do this. It would get some people excited, maybe Trevor Lawrence, but that Tet McMillan from Arizona, yeah, big body, 6'5", 212, could he be your Mike Evans? Tet McMillan, here's what they write in this mock draft from CBS Sports, and it's not, I'm not going to say the word, but CT, we'll call him. It's not him. It's not the guy that Hicken can't stand, won't recognize. A Tet McMillan, perfect fit for Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence, in that he's a full tree route runner, has one of the largest catch radii you'll ever see. That's something that Trevor Lawrence had at Clemson, yet never has quite had in the NFL. Boy, this would be exciting. Is Rome built in a day? Can you build those 2 lines of scrimmage in their condition to a level high enough to overcome other issues? Or if you just built that offense with skill position that at least you can score until you do? Isn't that kind of what because of injury, kind of what the Lions had to do? Although that Lions O-line's so much better than ours. Never mind. Continue with the football fix. Man, I hope Kellen Moore got that money guaranteed. The Saints have gotten bad quick, really bad. Is it a problem if the coach, the quarterback that you're going to coach, you once beat in a college game 55-7? Yeah, Kellen Moore at Boise was playing football the same time that Derek Carr was playing at Fresno. He'll now be his head coach. And like I said, that is not a good deal down there. They got salary cap issues. Carr's owed a lot of money, and he's just average at best. Cooper DeJean says he's not upset by that LeBron slight, ET. So you can rest easy. 2 of your favorite guys. I was kind of hoping you're going to have an off-season meeting and get those guys together.
I would have loved that.
That's 2 of E's favorite guys. Cooper DeJean and LeBron James. Hey, good for Saquon Barkley. Good for Jalen Hurts. I see they have cashed in on some Super Bowl incentives. Certainly deserve it. All right, first and foremost, every Eagles player gets a $171,000 bonus for winning the Super Bowl. Chiefs even got $100,000, $96,000. That new pay scale started back in 2020, so it's nice little Chunk of change there, man. 171 grand. Meanwhile, Barkley, as the rushing champion, as a first-team All-Pro running back, as the Offensive Player of the Year, earned all possible incentives on his 3-year, $37.75 million contract. It sent us for rushing yards, playoff wins, making the All-Pro team. He receives an extra $1.5 million in cash for 2024. Checking off all those boxes, gets another $1.5 million to his salary for both 25 and 26. Meanwhile, Hurts cashed in a massive way. The Super Bowl win means his 5-year, $255 million contract extension includes even more incentives, a raise each year of that deal, another $500,000 a year for each of the next 4 years. Pays well to be king. That's Football Fix. Hicken and Rob more coming your way next. Get smart, John, in the 7 o'clock hour. It's a Beat Trust Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Another season of NASCAR play-by-play starts Sunday.
7 minutes in the Daytona 500.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234.
Winning the Daytona 500
on your NASCAR station, 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
When they were little, the other girls played with dolls.
Aww.
They played with footballs.
Who's that? Yes, it's us.
Helmets and heels.
From the First Coast Lighting Studios at 1010XL.
Weekdays noon to 2.
Some girls have all the fun.
Now here's my love.
For years, we've been telling you about one of the most unique Valentine's Day gifts you can give. I promise you, in the list of memorable Valentines, your sweetheart will put this near the top. We're talking about the Singing Valentines. It goes to a great cause, and the Big Orange Chorus is going to make your Valentine's Day. It'll include 2 songs by the quartet, a rose, a big Hershey's kiss, and a digital photo. Get yours today by going to BigOrangeChorus.com or call 944-355-SING.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Good morning, folks. E.T. here. And I know that getting into an accident is stressful, but getting the proper care doesn't have to be. That's why I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. Even if you're at fault, your insurance covers you. And remember, you have the right to choose your own doctor. Even minor accidents can cause whiplash and years of lasting pain if left untreated. So don't wait. Call the auto accident experts at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Your recovery starts today.
Visit Monahan Jewelers now through Valentine's Day for savings on all GIA certified diamonds and discounts store-wide up to 40% off. and interest-free financing on all purchases. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. Monahan's has it all. We're not a chain store. We're your local family jeweler since 1977 with a world-class inventory of fine jewelry and diamonds and gemstones available in any size. Support your local family jeweler now through Valentine's with huge savings in our inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. And every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude. Stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Free for life. Just by saying that, you already know I'm referring to Awaken 180. They're the only company providing it. Fast, proven weight loss, and then keep it off thanks to free support for life. That's Awaken180weightloss.com.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com, powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
Skilled trade jobs are booming. So begin your high-pay, high-demand career today through the Northeast Florida Builders Association. Their apprenticeship program provides paid training in some of the most highly sought-after skilled trades. Get paid while you train full-time in carpentry, electrical, HVAC, or plumbing. Plus, earn a 10% raise every year, and the classes are 100% tuition-free. Start your new career today and apply this week at nefpaapprenticeship.org.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. The Florida men's basketball team chomped down on number 22 Mississippi State by 13 last night. Denzel Aberdeen led 5 Gators in double-figure scoring, posting 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. The Gators were coming off their shock win over number 1 Auburn, which boosted Florida to number 3 in the AP poll. The Gators continue SEC play against South Carolina Saturday. Catch play-by-play at 8:30 on 92.5 FM. The number 2 ranked Florida softball team remains undefeated after a run-rule 10-1 victory over JU last night. Taylor Shoemaker smashed her 6th home run, while Riley Holtorf hit her first career grand slam. Florida has outscored opponents 63-9 in their first 7 games and look to continue their dominant stretch against Stetson tonight at 6. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing.
Is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Say our update lady, Tori.
Sure.
This is a noticeable thing about her observation.
Okay.
Best posture I've ever seen.
Posture.
Bruh.
Yeah, she's got a great voice.
Bruh, I'm over here slouched in the chair.
Yeah, I know we are. I know we are.
Right.
Tori comes in here. She just sits up straight.
She's a
knocks it out.
She's a nice young lady.
Yeah.
Doing a great job, and welcome
Like
to
having
welcome to the staff.
Yeah.
See you on Helmets and Heels in 6 months, I'm sure.
You never know.
There's a path.
There's a path. It's good to be here on a Hump Day Wednesday.
I have something top of mind here. If we get going in other tangents, I'll forget. So I've got to come strong now while it's there.
Be courteous and correct.
Yeah, I will. There's nothing. There's no suppositions here. But we are gonna. It's time for us to wag the dog to financial grifting. Probably is a better word. We're too old. We can't, despite what Rocker and Mahomes think. There's no interest in two old guys in a celebrity beef, taking it to a boxing ring so they can both capitalize. This feels almost like pitiful and pathetic. And by the way, if you're Patrick Mahomes, hey, Pops, knock it off. Here's $1 million. But, Dan, while you, now with a six on the driver's license, and me getting there fast, obviously, while we have plenty of beefs around town, we don't carry the posture into any sort of celebrity, boxing match to capitalize and make money.
Right.
E.T., on the other hand, not yet 40.
Mm-hmm.
If we could build a good, healthy beef between E.T. and someone,
right,
perhaps we're all a winner here. And we'll capture on video E.T. and his beef getting into a scrap out at one of the clubs this weekend. Huh? Right? We'll play it up. E.T. can get the culture involved. Huh? We're going to build it up. Maybe it's behind Drake and Lamar. It'll be the hottest thing here in 2025. And that way we can build it up, and then we'll stream it on YouTube. Is there a pay way to do it? We'll pay-per-view this thing, and if we can all just pocket 50, 60 grand out of it, E.T. gets triple because he's the one that's going to be doing the beatdown. We're going to pick, by the way, your beef is going to be with a far inferior physical person. We're not going to risk you.
Every time we send our friend into a sports venue,
that's
it doesn't
fair.
Work out well.
Yeah, that maybe is true.
That would be my biggest concern.
Who would the beef be? Was big. We have him fight Marcel.
Marcel's
too nice.
Guy,
yeah. I don't want to bring up anyone. Who could you have a beef with? A good one.
Maybe we go back to Cousin Ray and get one of those going back there in Clay County.
He has a Clay Ray beef.
No.
What do you think of that, E?
I don't have no cousin Ray.
What about Pookie?
No Pookie.
What about the dude with the face tats?
No. I ain't find nobody with face tats.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's true.
That's smart.
That's true.
Anyway, just an idea. Can't get around. We can come up with one.
Poor seniors out there ripping a dart. Rocker comes out there all puffed up and ready to fight, and
4 hurricanes in probably.
Seniors probably hammered beyond belief. But it is a Mets-Braves thing, so.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't feel, was Mahomes on those teams that Rocker was playing against?
Yeah.
Mahomes had a forgettable baseball career. I mean, he played everywhere for a long time, but never stood out anywhere.
Right.
To me, I think of Pat Mahomes as a starter for the Rangers, and probably most of his career he was a middle reliever for someone else. Was he a reliever or a starter for you?
Pat Mahomes, 42-39 with a 5.4 ERA, started in 92 with the Twins. Had a great year for us
for the Mets?
Yeah, 99 when we were
as a starter?
No,
I didn't think so.
It's like 8-0.
Oh yeah, that's very good.
Yeah.
99, that's the Kenny Rogers year?
99, 2000. Yeah, 99 is the Kenny Rogers year.
In the 2000, y'all actually won?
Went to the World Series.
But we didn't play you, though. You beat someone else.
Mm-mm. So, and then he went to Texas, and he was 7-6, Cubs and Pirates, and he was done.
It's amazing. How was he?
11 years.
In Texas?
No, 1 year in Texas.
That's why it's so funny that I remember him as a Ranger for whatever reason. Yeah. He feels like a Ranger to me, and he's only there 1 year.
Yeah.
What would he be? A Met? Nothing.
He really
Twin, whoever drafted him. Yeah. Played nowhere more than 2 or 3 years.
Played, 14 games, 12 games, 21 games, and 47 games with the Twins in 92, 3, 4, and 5. 96, 2 with the Twins. Had a 7.20 ERA. Then he went to Boston. Then he went to 2 years in Boston. Was not good. Then he went to the Mets and found himself a little bit. But his ERA has always been very high.
Yeah.
through 709 career innings. So that's what Patrick's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Yeah, it's a fight no one wants to see. So I think that that celebrity quote unquote boxing league or whatever is a Portnoy venture. I think that's what they do.
$2.6 million is all he made in his career.
Oof. That's amazing.
Patrick makes that in a game.
Pretty close.
His son.
Yeah, he does more than that in a game. If he's making $45 million, he's making almost $3.
Anyway,
about 2.7 actually, almost the exact same amount per game. Oof.
Yeah, that was. My son shows me that last night. He goes, "Is this John Rocker?" And I go, "I don't know." And then he started. Oh, okay, it's a fight. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
why would John Rocker even be on Bourbon Street for Chiefs?
Right,
selling himself somewhere.
John Rocker just sort of, like about a month or two ago, just sort of reintroduced himself to the world again.
Yeah, we didn't need to the reintroduction. Rocker was on Survivor. Was he? Yeah, he did a season years ago, a season of Survivor, and he had laid pretty low. He did like the father-daughter edition or something. I want to say laid pretty low. He's been kind of out of sight, out of mind, really, for years, hasn't he?
Gators had a nice win last night. That's a little 3-1 stretch against Auburn, ranked teams, Auburn, Vandy, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. And to do what they accomplished is terrific. Condon went down. I guess he's going to be okay, but he could be out a few weeks.
Yeah. It's the perseverance through these two injuries to beat. I don't know the last time they beat two ranked teams on the road back to back. That also hadn't happened in a while. I mean, they're just clicking off all kinds of boxes. And if the guys, smoking cigars met in the selection room today, Florida would be a 1 seed. Tennessee losing the last
This is the stat that wowed me. And again, you can always find stats, so I keep this in mind. But Thomas Houck is the first SEC player to post 15-plus points, 8-plus rebounds, 8-plus assists, and multiple blocks and steals in a game since John Wall, 2010.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And by the way, what's so impressive about that is,
and by the way,
because they needed him to. Condon went out.
Thomas Houck ain't him. So, he's a really good player who plays hard and
they've got her. And now what we've really learned with these two injuries is what a good team they have. It's a team now that you see this. Like, what happens now when you get in the tournament, you get in foul trouble? Apparently nothing.
Yeah.
Are you going to lose a more valuable play? And then, the one, it's fair to say this. Florida's played 3 games in a row, missing one of their or 3 of the last 4, missing a star player. And only one of those games missing the star player did they get boat raced. And then the other 2, they won the game anyway, and that's Walter Clayton Jr. He missed the Tennessee game, went out early in that one, and they weren't competitive. And now with Martin missing 2 and Condon and Martin missing 1, Clayton has been so good that they haven't.
Once Condon went down, I know the chatter last night. Rip that red shirt off, Micah.
For sure.
It's time to go.
I was thinking it.
Everybody was.
Yeah. And I think it would have been. I think it's a valid thought. At this point is what does Handlockton want to do? Do you want to burn your red shirt? I get it if you
Apparently
don't.
he doesn't.
Yeah, well then good for him.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. You've gone to this point, and as a program, it doesn't make sense for him to burn it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this too about what Golden has recruited. As good as Condon is and what his ceiling seems to be, he also doesn't feel like he'll rush early to the NBA. Like, he could go in the draft. I think do you think Condon would be a first rounder?
I don't know.
Is that a little too ambitious? So, in other words, I think you're going to get those guys for another year.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to Aberdeen getting all this playing time is going to help as he stays and takes over that backcourt with the recruiting class. So, anyway, very, very impressive win on the road. And, Florida right now is a 1 seed. And now the schedule.
Now the next 4 are.
Think about this. You're in a league where the bracketology yesterday says 13 teams are going from the league, and your next 4 games are against teams that are unranked. That doesn't almost seem possible.
Well, I was listening to Jay Billis yesterday, and he was going on and on about the SEC, and just it's never seen. There's been nothing like this since the mid '80s in the ACC when he was playing, is what he said. It was really incredible. I didn't realize just how good they've been, but according to him, it's just been fairly incredible. But now they get, and again, these are all tough games. Like he even mentioned South Carolina. He said, I'll give you an example. South Carolina is considered the worst team in the SEC. He goes, I don't know if they've won a game yet. He goes, they beat Clemson. It's like they just beat Duke, because Clemson and Duke are like the 2 top teams in the ACC.
And by the way, they lost to Auburn and Florida in the final seconds by a point or 2. Those are 2 of the top 3 teams, and they arguably had them both beaten at home.
So the Gators are home against South Carolina, home against Oklahoma. They go to LSU, and they go to Georgia. and then they have 3 tough ones left after those 4. Now, again, those 4 are tough, but they're not of the
Then you go 3 ranked
Tennessee,
teams.
Auburn, Vandy, Mississippi State ilk.
Right.
Okay? Then they get A&M, Alabama, and Ole Miss to end the year. They got 7 games left. That's it.
Yeah.
They've already surpassed 20 wins, so they're in great shape. They've got 3 losses, but there is a little bit of a sort of teams are sort of laying their claim to spots in the SEC. Like a lot of people said, there's no 13-5 or 12-6 will win the SEC. No. Somebody's going to go 15-3
at least.
Yeah. So
Well,
Auburn has 1 loss and Alabama has 1 loss, and they play this weekend, I believe.
Yeah. Number 1 versus number 2 in basketball. Make that make sense.
Yeah.
Top 3, I saw top 3 from the SEC and the AP had never happened before. Top 4 in the coaches poll. I'm not sure it's happened for any conference.
So we'll talk about that today. Our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by our friends at Dreamfinders Homes. They're the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, the PGA Tour. I was down at the beach yesterday to get my car washed, and I was out walking, and I walked past the Dreamfinders Homes. They're building a bunch of townhomes at the beach. They look beautiful. Lovely. So go to dreamfindershomes.com. There are 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville to serve you, and right now they have a fixed interest rate that you can lock in at 4.99%, which is really good. Who's your Super Bowl favorite for next season, excluding the hometown team? And I lumped one together. Your Super Bowl favorite, Philly or Kansas City, is together because they just made it. The Bills, the Lions, and the Ravens were the 3 that I took. The Bills, the Lions, and the Ravens. Or Philly or Kansas City.
I would take the 3.
No, you can't. You can take one of the 3 or Philly or Kansas City. It's Philly or Kansas City, then the Bills, the Lions, and the Ravens.
Philly or Kansas City.
Okay. E?
I'm going to probably go with them Ravens.
Ravens. This one surprised me a little bit because Philly or Kansas City you would think would be
it's the right answer.
2 better than 1. You would think that
that's
would have
the right answer.
They only got 27.1%. Buffalo got more, 31.6. The Lions got 24.4. Your Ravens, 16.9. So, and there are other teams as well that you could mention.
I'm continue to be big on the Bengals. If they get that defense fixed at all, that's a team that could just like that be back in now they got some personnel issues on offense, and they wasted early returns. They wasted that draft pick on Burton. They took him pretty high, 2nd or 3rd round. That's a big miss for a team that's got Higgins headed to free agency and Chase wanting a new deal. But they've been the only team, like I said, you know what's lost in the aftermath? Shame on you, Buffalo. Shame on you, Baltimore. Shame on you, Jacksonville. Shame on all of you for just wilting every time you play the Chiefs. They're not as good as y'all have made them be. They bullied you. They've mentally overtaken you. What a bunch of mental midgets in the AFC that can't run, that can't see Kansas City without crapping themselves.
Yeah.
Because, and by the way, Kansas City, thank God for San Francisco. Because apparently the Kansas City dynasty is as much about the Niners letting you win Super Bowls as anything else. You're 1-2 against the other 2, and your 2 losses, you've been blown out. So this is a bigger indictment of the Jags who had their shot and couldn't do it, the Texans who played them, the Ravens and the Bills, and the shame on all y'all. Shame on all for letting them run through like they're some unbeatable team until they get to a Super Bowl where they don't just get beat, they get blown out.
Go to DreamfindersHomes.com for all your information. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. We're just warming up here on the program. We got a lot to do today. We got trivia next, right?
We do. Get Smart John is next on a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Tony Baselli, the executive vice president of the Jacksonville Jaguars, made one thing perfectly clear to us when we talked to him on Monday, and that is this is a, quote, coach-centric football team. In other words, Liam Cohen is in charge of football. Tony's there to help, and the GM who will be hired is there to help, but certainly Liam Cohen will have a big say. This is you want to talk about a great opportunity for a young coach. Golly, Liam Cohen. They're giving you everything you could possibly want at the age of 39. You get to handpick the GM, basically. You're working alongside Baselli. You got an owner who, is not in your face every single day. I mean, and is willing to spend money. If not now, when? If Liam Cohen fails, it's going to be because of Liam Cohen, because he's getting everything he could in terms of support from the Jacks. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, always on the lookout for great GMs and coaches, experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians. Benefits include the 401k, the company vehicle, the paid training, the sign-on bonus. Woo! Offer is way too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Rapidly growing business, proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. Want you to be part of the family. Don't let the opportunity slip by. Learn more by liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
And initiate sequence.
1010XL.
1010XL.
1010XL. Repeat. 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here. At Hodges Mazda, they are proud of their solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. As your hometown Mazda dealer, their high customer service standards and their huge inventory of new and used cars provide their customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Their professional non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And all new vehicle purchases include the Hodges Mazda Protection Package. Visit them online at hodgesmazda.com or stop in today to learn more and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Boots, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day, anytime. That's my doctor, Rick Townsend. Why? Doc T told me, he said, Hick, I'm going to concierge medicine. I said, what's concierge medicine, Doc T? So I've been with him forever. He said, well, it works like this, man. You're not feeling good, you need an appointment, you come see me right away. That's how concierge medicine works. Got a medical emergency, here's my phone number. You call me immediately. I get right back to you. It's like kind of being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. What I love about it is, like, I had a prescription run out. I call Michelle at the office, gets filled, boom, done. And Towns is one of the best doctors. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. So yearly physicals, officer virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, you name it, Doc T's got you covered. You got questions? MyPVConcierge.com has all the answers. Check it out. MyPVConcierge.com.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Ackerman Urology is now servicing the World Golf Village area. If you have elevated PSA, prostate, bladder, or kidney issues, plan to see the experts at Ackerman Urology right away. Their new location off I-95 at International Golf Parkway.
Give a unique gift this Valentine's Day to that special person in your life with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hammond,
Valentine's Day is coming up. Got any romantic plans?
Dad, I'm married to Clean Air. My plan is to help Jacksonville families breathe easier.
You're helpless, but Clean Air does sound nice. Can duct cleaning really help?
Absolutely. Dust, allergens, even odors can build up in your ducts. Cleaning them now makes your air fresher and healthier for your family. The EPA says better indoor air quality can reduce health risk.
So cleaning ducts are like Valentine's Day gift for the house.
Exactly. Forget chocolates. Fresh air lasts longer and doesn't melt. Plus, we've got a February special, $100 off your total.
All right, sign me up. Maybe fresh air will make Mom fall in love with me again all over.
You'll have to take her to dinner for that, but cleaner air will definitely help.
Fair enough. Jacksonville, if you're ready to show your home some love, Google Zero Res and read over 7,000 five-star reviews. Zero Res.
Spelled Florida backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
Upgrade your home with the winning combination of style and performance from Renewal by Andersen. Energy efficient, custom built replacement windows and doors. For a limited time, buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires February 28th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Get Smart John.
Missed it by that much.
On 1010XL.
You know him, you love him. TriviaNation.com's own. Bald, beautiful, and smells so darn good. GSJ. That's Get Smart John. Johnny!
Good morning, Guggen.
Good morning, Guggen.
So I texted you, and it was, do you know what happened 2 years ago today?
What happened?
2 years ago today, the first annual Super Bowl NFL trivia was won by you guys.
Yes. We were there.
Yes. So it popped up in my Facebook memory, so I thought it appropriate. By the way, so we had our third annual this past Saturday night. Packed house.
Good.
15 teams. The winner from last year won again this year. And I have to tell you, the Guggens and Guggenellas were missing you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they had several mentions. We really would love to see BWR and Mrs. P and ET back in the fold. So, yes. And I do have a few shout-outs.
Shout out.
Okay, because we had such a great crowd. Shout out to Michael. Michael played football UCF and then went on to wrestle as Python.
Oh.
Like Mike.
Yes. And also shout out to Mike Kane.
Another Mike.
Double Mike.
Yes. Matt Drury. And Doug and Sandy Moore. And Sandy said, I smelled nice.
That's documented. Who won?
Same team that won last year.
The one that won last year, Code Brown. In fact, he came in second place when you guys won.
Oh, wow.
He's a very good. In fact, he plays at my Tuesday show, so he plays.
He wants a piece of
very
us.
well.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, but there's great respect there, though.
All right, good.
So, having said that, I thought you guys would appreciate some Super Bowl trivia questions.
Love them.
Super Bowl.
Okay. Because I know we kind of like the old school stuff, too.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a good mix. So, your first question, tell me who scored the first touchdown in Super Bowl I.
Okay, Super Bowl one. Max McGee, Boyd Dowler, Jim Taylor.
Who was in Super Bowl one?
It wasn't. It
Who played
was
in Super Bowl one?
Was the Packers and the Chiefs.
Okay.
The Raiders were Super Bowl two.
And it was Mike Garrett scored, but they didn't take the. I don't think they took the lead.
I feel like Max McGee was such the storyline that if we had to take a guess, because I think he had two.
Yeah. Max McGee was the guy who was
tight end,
late,
right?
a receiver.
Yeah.
Let's go with Max McGee.
Yes, you're right. He was. He was out all night partying, never thinking he was even going to see the field that day.
Right.
So, but you're right. Good job. Very good. Very good.
Sir.
How did Brown do on that one?
Browntown get that one?
Yes. Okay. Who was the first wide receiver to win the Super Bowl MVP?
All right, the first wide receiver, Jeff, to win the Super Bowl MVP.
I mean, the only one that
Who comes to mind?
Well, Lynn Swan.
Yeah.
The when he had the two big catches and the one one of the most famous. But I
Right.
feel like Bradshaw got the MVPs.
I think so. Deion Branch got one, but that was way later.
I bet did Rice probably get one of the Niners because he had one of the big games.
Well, no, remember Montana has like.
Did he have all four of them though?
Three.
I don't think he's a four-time Super Bowl MVP, but I could be wrong.
Well, Steve Young won one for the.
Yeah, but they won 5 total. Montana won 4.
Montana won 4.
Yeah.
You might be right. The question is Swanee. Swanee would be the guy.
yeah.
I think he did win one.
Okay, then it would have been that one in like
Yes,
75.
because it wasn't in the first two. It
When it was
wasn't
a 21-7.
Joe Willie. It wasn't a game. The Blunder Bowl wasn't a wide receiver. I like Swanee. We'll go Swanee.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
How'd Brown do on that? How'd Browntown?
Browntown get that one?
There? Huh?
Yes.
Took it to Browntown, baby.
All
Yeah.
right, Browntown.
Yeah. But he's definitely formidable for sure. Okay, when the Colts won their first Super Bowl, who was their head coach?
Okay, that was Marchibroda, McCafferty.
Yes.
Yeah, McCafferty.
McCafferty. Yes, you got it right. Yes. Yeah, I may have let people slide when they said McCaffrey. I said, okay, that's close enough.
I was going to. I thought the question for sure was going to be the answer was Jim O'Brien.
Well, what was
okay.
Or who was the MVP?
Yeah.
Was also, right? Well, the first MVP from the losing team?
Chuck
Howley, right?
Yeah.
What some people don't know is that McCafferty went on to have a Beaver Brown band.
He did.
Yeah.
And he had a great. His grandson is a really good running back for the Niners.
Mm-hmm. Just lost the T.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here's one like a bonus, too. Okay.
Right, bonus.
All right. Can you tell me the teams, well, first of all, the famous malfunction, the wardrobe malfunction, okay? Tell me the two artists that were involved in it.
That's Janet Jackson and
JT.
JT.
And JT.
I know
correct.
where it was because I was there.
It was Houston, wasn't it?
Houston, yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, then you're going to know the answer very easily.
Maybe
then.
not.
Okay.
I've been to a few.
Okay. Who were the two teams that were in that Super Bowl?
I think that was the Patriots, wasn't it?
Patriots, yes,
and who they was it Carolina?
It was.
Yeah.
It was a good game, 32-29.
Yeah.
Okay, very
Vinatieri strikes again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Browntown get all that on the bonus?
You know what Browntown's saying right now? Glad they didn't show
I'm
up.
glad they didn't come.
He did make one comment because I wish I didn't have to wait a whole year. So, but no, he really wants you guys to come back. So I'll probably start pressuring you 6 months out.
Browntown's good people.
Yes, he absolutely is. Okay. So now, Dan, were you a Miami fan before? You were a Dolphins fan back in the day?
I was when I lived in Miami. I was definitely a Dolphins observer. Yes.
Okay. So, Super Bowl 7.
Yes.
Featuring the undefeated Dolphins.
Yes.
And the then Washington Redskins.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Couple questions.
All right.
First, when Gator was going to make it 17-0,
Yes.
and the errant pass, which was intercepted and run back for a touchdown. Can you tell me the player's name?
Yes, it was intercepted by a guy named Mike Bass.
Yeah.
I believe he's number 41 for Washington.
Oh, very strong, very strong. Okay. And who was the MVP of that Super Bowl?
I don't think it was
That's a good
Greasy.
question.
Zonka had a big, but I don't know if it was was Howard Twilley.
I don't remember seeing that. I'm trying to Greasy threw it 7 times, right?
Well, there was one of those.
It was that one.
Zonka had the big one against the Vikings, right?
That's 24-3, right? The Vikings one, they blew them out. Ooh,
it is a good question, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying. It wasn't.
Let me ask you.
It wasn't could it have been a defensive player?
It was 14-7, and they were shutting them out.
I don't remember one of the.
I wonder if it was what Howard Twilley sticks in my head, but then he just passed away, so maybe that's why.
I don't remember.
I know
Howard
he caught
Twilley.
it. I'm pretty sure he caught a touchdown.
Did
But
he?
you would know that
Paul
name,
Warfield,
right?
maybe?
No.
SEC guy.
It's an SEC guy?
Mm-hmm.
It's not Howard Twilley, then. He's from Tulsa.
Yeah.
We haven't mentioned him yet?
No.
Okay.
SEC. Oh, no. It's got to be a defender.
It's a Georgia guy. It's
got to be a defender.
Is it? It wasn't Manny Fernandez and.
He's Miami, isn't he, Manny Fernandez?
Yeah. Well, I have to be a Miami guy. They won.
You said SEC though. Didn't Manny Fernandez?
Oh,
play
I don't know where he played college. I don't know. I don't think he's not UM. No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Now I'm bleeding into like 80s Dolphins. Like, you want AJ Dewey, an SEC guy, but he wasn't on that team, was he?
I think it's like I want to say.
Is it one of the DBs?
No.
Yeah, the safety, like.
Dick Anderson. No.
Oh, come on, keep going. Come on,
Black. It was one of the Black.
No,
they're later.
They're way later.
Yeah.
It was Dick Anderson and then there's Stanfield's in my head.
You said he's a Georgia guy.
Yeah. Stanfield? He was the MVP?
What? Is that who it was?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
No.
He's a Georgia guy, you're saying, yeah.
Yeah,
he played for Georgia.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
We're number 13.
Jake Scott.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's who it was.
That's easy.
Thank you.
But that was a good one, you think?
Yeah, no, that's good. I forgot about that.
Yeah, a lot of people kind of do. And he ended up playing for the Redskins, too, later on in his career,
Jake
too,
Scott.
ironically.
Yep.
Good player.
Yes. Died not too long ago.
Did Code Brown get that one? You don't remember.
By the way,
you know what? Actually, he may have missed that one.
All right. We're even.
Okay.
If you're in the medical profession, you're wincing every time you hear Code Brown, just for the record. John, you should know that. Just
Okay.
If you know, you know. I'm just saying.
By the way, when he lost to you guys,
Is his name Code Brown? Is that what he calls himself?
No, we said Brown Town. We changed it.
I was just giving him all kind of names.
Code Brown is you don't want to get a Code Brown in the hospital.
No.
He was Cottonmouth. He was Cottonmouth in year 1 when he lost to you guys, but he still placed.
That's good because he was high as a kite when we blew by him.
Oh my God. Okay. There were 2 teams that only scored 3 points in Super Bowl history. Can you name them?
Rams, that 13-3 game for sure against
Right.
New England.
And then the Vikings, right? Won it 24-3. One of those losses, or did Miami?
It was that 16-6 game. Miami scored 3 against Dallas.
That's what it is. Dallas beat Miami 24-3. Yeah, Miami.
Very good.
What did Miami beat Minnesota?
24-7.
Okay,
24-7. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right
And I think Zonka was MVP of that one
Yes,
too.
yes. I knew it was,
Yes. Okay. Who is older? Okay.
Oh, boy.
Fran Tarkenton
He just turned something.
or Sonny Jurgensen?
Oh. Fran just turned.
Isn't Sonny dead or no?
No, Sonny is still alive.
I think it's Fran. I think Fran just turned 85, but how old was Sonny?
And Sonny's one of those guys that when he
Sonny's
was
gotta be old.
45, he thought he was 60 is what I bet.
But Sonny's been around. Sonny played. See, here's the thing.
Didn't Fran-
Sonny played for like the Eagles before Washington.
know.
So,
That's correct.
so
they're
that
going
goes
to be,
fur-
they're going to be within a couple of years.
Yeah, but
There's
that
not
goes-
one
that-
way ahead.
that might go further.
Didn't Tarkenton play in the 50s in the NFL?
Yeah,
sure, didn't he? Did Jurgensen play in the 50s?
Sonny looks older.
He
though.
definitely looks older.
But Sonny's like the
I think
chop on.
Sonny's the easy. I think Sonny is what they're.
It's a trick.
I think it's a it's a trap line. I think.
Okay.
But I could believe that it's Sonny.
Yeah, I know.
Feels too.
But it's too obvious.
No, maybe not. Maybe people don't know who Sonny Jurgensen and Fran Tarkenton are really. Sonny was what's the tricky part is that Tarkenton so outlasted him. Like he played 5 years after Jurgensen played.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't he? Fran Tarkenton played till mid-70s.
Yes.
So it makes it seem like the easy answer.
Sonny was hurt, right?
Yeah.
During the Super Bowl with Kilmer.
Correct.
Let's go Tarkenton.
All right, Tarkenton.
Okay, so Tarkenton, you're right, just turned 85, and Sonny is 90, almost 91.
Oh, so we missed it. Damn.
What's Sonny's first name? Real given name?
Alphonse.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Shame on you.
I know. Shame on me. Went to Duke.
Yeah.
Not Adolf.
Yes, it is. Well, it's
yes, it is. That's
it's
right.
Christian Adolf Jurgensen.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yes. You caught me off guard.
Sonny's parents also raised John Rocker.
They may have.
That was good radio this morning about Rocker. Oh my gosh.
What a hot mess he was. Will be.
Okay. Who holds the record for most Super Bowl MVP awards?
Did Brady pass Montana, or it's got to be one of those guys, right?
For sure. All right.
It's got to be Brady.
It's got to be
because the ones that Brady didn't get was just the one that Branch had.
It's Brady. Let's not overthink this. Brady.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What two teams have lost the most Super Bowls? They're tied.
The Bills got to be up there.
I don't know. They've only lost 4. Are we sure? How many's Dallas lost? How many? Well, they haven't been in a while. What about the Niners now? They've only lost the 2. Yeah, Buffalo's 4. Minnesota's lost. Didn't they lose 4?
How many's New England lost?
They've lost also 4 because Brady went 6-3, and then they also lost
to the Bears. And they lost to Green Bay.
Who? The Patriots?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Parcells.
96. Yeah. So that's
5.
That's 5.
Love the way you're talking it out. Love this.
They're definitely one of them.
Okay.
Okay, Patriots are one of them.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right,
and
good.
the other team.
So it's 5. So it's not Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo's out.
Yeah.
Buffalo's out.
That's what I mean.
That's correct.
Gosh.
Name some teams that have been to a lot of Super Bowls.
Minnesota went, but they haven't
lost
in a while.
4.
They
haven't been back.
No. What about the
Raiders?
They won more than they lost. They lost
the Raiders.
1, 2.
You've already got your AFC team, so you're looking for the NFC team.
All right.
now.
So then.
Or, excuse me. Actually, no, that doesn't matter. Don't.
What about Denver?
Denver.
They
Okay,
lose
they
5.
lost to,
They probably lost 5.
Okay, hold on. Who they lost to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
They lost to
Seattle.
They beat Carolina.
They lost to San Francisco.
Oh yeah.
They lost
Bad.
to the Redskins, and they lost to the Giants.
There
It's
you
Denver.
go. Denver.
Very good.
All right, good.
That was good. I like the way the whole thought process. Yes, very, very good.
How'd Brownie Boy do on that one?
You got a code brown. You got a code brown on that one.
You got a code brown on that one? You sleep to bed?
We have a code brown in the booth here with the
Poor Brownie. Now we're just killing him.
Yeah. But, it really suits him because I never met a man who drank so much coffee. And I mean, huge cups. Like a vat.
Good for him.
Like my size of cologne,
Embrace it. Embrace the
Right.
O.
Okay. Super Bowl 3.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Okay.
Infamous.
Just because it's kind of memorable.
It's so lost in the story, by the way, that the AFC turned. Didn't the AFL turn right around and win the next one too?
Yes.
I mean, we gave the Jet there was this big gulf, and then the Chiefs turned right around and beat the Vikings. So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Wasn't that the one, keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys?
That's correct.
Wasn't that?
That's Hank.
Yeah.
Right. Lenny Dawson literally smoking a cigarette on the sideline of the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a different world.
So, head coach of the New York Jets.
Weeb Eubank.
Is that his real name, by the way? Was that his real name?
I think it was Weeb. If not, how'd he come up with it? What's it short for?
You got more good question. I don't know. I thought I was asking the experts.
Yeah.
Wilbur Charles Weeb Eubank.
Yeah, Wilbur.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense.
So the halftime, and this one maybe got the boys a little angry.
Up with people.
Okay. Okay. Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I got to remember. I should have written these down. Okay, well, I'm just going to give you those two for until I can find my notes. I thought I had it written down to give you. Okay. Colleges where these coaches played.
Was it the same college?
Yeah, where they played. The Super Bowl winning head coaches, where did they play college ball?
Oh, Weeb Eubanks one of them?
No. Bill Belichick, Joe Gibbs. I'm trying to remember my other guys.
I don't know where those guys went to college. Belichick was he a MAC school, Dan? Like Central Michigan or something?
Joe Gibbs, I remember, has a tie to Florida State, but he didn't play there. Belly was like a small school. It's not Navy. It was up in the Northeast.
It was.
It's like Amherst or something like that. Are these all? They're not. It's not the same place, though. Is what you're telling me?
No.
Oh,
Different.
Okay. You just want to know where Gibbs and Belichick played college ball.
Bro,
And I had two more coaches, and I'm telling you, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
Super hard. I won't get any. I don't know these. I don't remember. Yeah.
Joe Gibbs is
Belichick especially.
Joe Gibbs is more of a West Coast, I think, but I don't. It's like
I have no idea. On any of these.
And I know Belly's small.
Wesleyan.
Okay. Yeah, I would have never.
Yes. Now, and you're right where you were going with that, because think about where he came from before Washington.
Right.
And his school, yeah, you were right about the West, the West Coast. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
San Diego State.
I was going to say San Jose State. Was Gibbs a quarterback, I assume?
No idea.
No, he wasn't.
Huh.
And he wasn't much of a player either.
Yeah, he's not a big man. I'm surprised he's not a quarterback.
Yeah.
No.
Receiver, maybe?
And
he wasn't Cooper DeJean, I'll tell you that.
No, and he did coach 1 year at Florida State.
Yeah, that's right. I knew he was some.
You're right. So you're right about that. And OC down in.
All right, we got time for a couple more, John.
Okay. Do you want to stick with the Super Bowl since we've been?
Sure. We'll just do it all Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. I figured you boys would like that. Okay. Which Super Bowl was the first to be played? You can tell me the teams. Was the first to be played in February?
Ooh. That's a good one. It's obviously one recently.
I know the Jacksonville one was in February.
Was it?
Yeah. We just had the anniversary last week.
20
February
years ago
8th.
it's been in February?
Yes. February 8th or 5th.
Isn't that hard to believe? Golly.
That's crazy.
Definitely Jacksonville. So I don't know how far back you got to go to find out.
I don't know. I didn't think it was that far back, so good for you.
So, I mean, just because we know that it's that one.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, we'll go Eagles. That was late. That was later than that, though. I bet you it's early. I bet you it's like. I bet you. What about? You got to. When did the 17-game season start? That just started. There's part of what could it be?
Let's get a couple questions in. All
right. I'm actually not going to go with ours. I'm going to go Titans Rams.
Okay, good guess. It was actually 2002. The Patriots and the Rams, because of 9/11, they pushed it back.
The season got pushed back.
Right. Okay, who was the first player to win consecutive Super Bowl MVPs?
Well, it's either. It's got to be Bradshaw or Montana.
San Fran went back to back.
And Lynn Swan, they won. It's got to be.
So it'd be Montana. Because
could it be? What about the Cowboys had 3 different dudes win it? You got to look at the team. It's got to be a team where they spread it out. Like it can't be, unless did Bradshaw win 78, 79? Like those 2 years that they beat the Rams and the Cowboys. They beat them 35-31, 31-19. I bet you it's Bradshaw.
All right, Bradshaw.
Bart Starr.
Oh,
very good.
Wow, that's a good one.
That's a good
one.
Those
were good though, weren't
they? Now, just for the consolation prize, was Bradshaw the first one after that to do it? I'm just curious if Bradshaw did it.
I think he was. Yeah, I think he was actually. Yeah, I believe he was. No, actually, because Lynn Swan won of those.
Yeah, but then in 78, 79 they repeated.
That's true.
Bradshaw was.
Yeah, so it would have been Bradshaw without.
Yeah, so you were right. Yeah, but forget about Bart Starr.
Yeah, you do. 100% you do. That's fair.
Listen, you did well. Those were good questions.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you.
Thank you, John. Have a great day. We'll see you.
Yeah, thank you, John. One observation hit coming off of this talk is I had this conversation with. I saw the sheriff the other day, and we were talking about what happened to Montana's standing. Like, Montana was the GOAT until Brady became the GOAT, and now it's like he's not mentioned as the second GOAT. It's like we've forgotten him almost.
Yeah.
Like, Montana's gone from GOAT conversation to, like, just on the periphery of other good quarterbacks. It's weird to me.
I got a quick question for you.
Holla at your boy.
Who was the MVP of the Seattle Super Bowl win?
Malcolm Smith.
Very nice.
Should have been Cliff Averill, but we're
Love
not
it.
going
I
there.
got it's not, we got a shortish segment when we come back on the other side. We can do it as a pop quiz. It's just more as a state of the sports union nationwide. I've got this list, this map, and it's the most hated sports team by state. Okay, it could be pro, it can be college. Interesting dynamics in play. This is the drill. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday on 1010XL.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
The Dolphins float their boat west to extend their win streak against Central Arkansas. Tomorrow night at 7:30 on 1010 AM.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, you want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson of the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney. I'm not. But listen, gang, have you done your last will and testament? Have you? The answer is probably no, and it's probably something you need to do. Why? Because, listen, you work hard for your money. You want to get your assets to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you information needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's a Hinson Law Firm. If you got questions, just reach out to Matty, 904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my success with back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Don't miss the Players Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scotty Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
You know, many plumbers won't quote prices over the phone and instead charge a service fee for an in-home estimate. Of course, because they know once they're in your home, you're probably not going to send them away. But Roland Reach Plumbing is different. Roland will give you a price quote over the phone. And there's never a trip charge or service fee for an estimate. So if you've got a leak and can't wait a week and don't like paying unnecessary fees, call on Roland Reach Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
ET here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, you have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits. You have the right to choose your own doctor, too. And I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation, the auto accident experts.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoor Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
Valentine's Day is almost here. You can't get away with just a card this year. Beards Diamonds is here to save the day and your wallet.
Oh, and it gets better. Every purchase between now and Valentine's Day comes with a free dinner at Fogo de Chao.
Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right. Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiers experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Where can we go on Earth to get away from those pesky mosquitoes? The answer next.
Southern Oak Insurance is proud to continue offering coverage statewide. Financial stability makes Southern Oak Insurance a wise choice for your homeowner's insurance needs. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Iceland and the Faroe Islands are the only countries on Earth where there are no mosquitoes.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Prosser here, still telling you about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Lifetime Enclosures is keeping the sale going into February. Enclosures starting at only $89 a month, and if you get a complete enclosure done, you get free flooring. If you just need flooring, Lifetime Flooring is running a buy one room, get the second room free. Now offering floor coating for that garage or patio deck too. Give them a call or visit their showrooms just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
I-9 Sports invites parents on the First Coast to log on and check out what they can offer with sports year-round. Spring and summer registration open right now. And with ages 3 to 7, there's something for everyone. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 in the promo code and get your kid in the game.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the program, 7:53. Good morning, Jacksonville. Hope you're having a good Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday.
Hump Day!
Been a long week for me already. Last week's short week.
Code Brown has checked in on the text line. That'll be it for the Code Brown narrative today, but said he got Jake Scott right. We would have, too, sitting at a table with 5 minutes of music. We would have got there.
Right?
Good job,
that's
Code
what
Brown.
we can say. But the kind of time deadline on Code Brown that we face here every Wednesday morning.
Pressures.
Yeah. It's a little different. Anyway, I'm kidding. Congrats to Code Brown. Apparently a two-time winner as long as we're not in the field.
Amen.
How many nicknames we gave, though?
Browntown.
A bunch.
Code Brown.
Take him to Browntown is what we'll do. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means.
I know one thing. Code Brown's going to have to ship his pants.
Yeah, that's
Bruh.
What?
E.T., give me some pop quiz music. I'm going to see how much you guys know about
I like this.
Sports and the emotions that go along with it.
You know anything about sports?
Right?
You guys know a damn thing.
Sound like the text line. Y'all know nothing about sports.
Y'all don't know nothing.
Y'all don't know.
I have in front of me, this is the 2025, I think it's like Gallup. I mean, it's a big poll.
Gallup.
Yeah, it's the most hated team,
Mm-hmm.
the 2025 edition. So
Okay.
this is right, this is done
Right now.
a week ago.
In sports,
The most hated teams in each state. It can be college or pro.
Okay.
So you're taking, and by the way, in some states, there might be part of the state you consider to be this or that, but at the end of the day, you add them all up, and then you have the most hated team in each state. Before we get started,
okay,
badge of honor or disrespectful to be the most hated team by another state?
It's a badge of honor.
Yeah, it's a badge of honor in it. So the winner of this is the one that's hated by the most states when it comes to football.
So like the Cowboys.
And by the way, it doesn't have to be football. I mean, it's just the most hated team. But I would say that it in looking
So it's not
at it, that
the
it is.
state's team. It's not like so like.
In other words, they poll the state of Florida. What's the most hated team?
Right.
According to the state of Florida.
Okay.
We'll start there. Y'all,
Okay.
what do you think it is?
Oh, let's talk this out, E. Could it be the?
Actually, let's start somewhere else. I don't want you to go. I don't want you to miss the home. Once you get the feel of this, you'll get some other answers, and it'll give you a better chance to answer this one.
All right.
Because I don't want you to talk yourself off. What's the most hated team in the state of Texas?
The Cowboys, right? Oh,
Well,
no, that's
no.
the most loved team. Yeah,
Is
right,
it like
right.
is it the Giants? Is it the Eagles?
I want to say again.
Okay.
I said, what is the team? I'm not relegating it to any league or level. Okay, all right.
All right. What about any colleges?
Who recently? Texas Longhorns.
Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah. It's their big rival.
Big rivalry.
Gosh, could be one of them.
Oklahoma is the most hated team in Texas.
Okay.
What's the most hated team in Oklahoma?
Texas.
You bet it is.
Okay.
All right. What's the most hated team in New York?
Most hated team in New York.
Okay.
Now, I will say this might be. I'm going to say, okay. I'm going to narrow this down. This doesn't mean that it is for sure. Maybe it would answer. I'm going to say it's the most hated football team. All of these to me.
I would say this.
Nothing here looks like it's.
There's a good reason in New York right now today to hate the LA Dodgers. They beat the Mets and the Yankees.
It's football. It's got to be football.
Then it gotta be the Eagles.
because I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm going to say it's football for the sake of.
Dan, would you say the Eagles? Philly?
I would. Yeah.
Could it be the Cowboys?
The late great Balls Davis from Beyond, who makes his home in New York, has chimed in with Red Sox, which would also be a good.
Ooh, that would be
right neighborhood, wrong street.
Patriots.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Patriots win the poll as the least favorite team, and what is the least favorite team? This is shocking.
Mm-hmm.
It's the least favorite team in Maryland. Most hated team in Maryland.
They're still ticked off at the Supersonics.
Yeah. No, because it surprised me. I don't want to stay here forever. The Eagles.
Eagles.
I guess because of the Commanders thing and it's the recency.
Yeah.
All right. What's the most hated team in Georgia?
Could be the Gators.
Yeah, gotta be
The
Florida.
University of Florida,
Yeah.
baby. They say we're irrelevant, E. They say we haven't won anything in decades, yet there we are, still alive and kicking in the head.
Good.
Well, what's on the other side? What's the most hated team in the state of Florida?
Georgia Bulldogs.
It's the Georgia Bulldogs. It is. And I think what happens there is you've got so many sports hates across the country, right?
Yeah.
You know, a Magic fan ain't going to answer the same as a Marlin fan.
Right.
If they can find each other, if they exist. What's, this is a nod. All right, let's just go through some. This is a nod to Alabama. Alabama is the most hated team in Tennessee, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas.
Okay.
In the state of Alabama, the most hated team? Yes? State of Alabama. Most hated team in the state of Alabama.
Auburn.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, it is. South Carolina, they go with North Carolina, and North Carolina, they go with Clemson.
Okay.
And then the whole country hates the Chiefs. If you don't live in Kansas, although I will say this, this is a great question. Go up to the Pacific Northwest for me. Which one's at the top, Oregon or Washington? Which one? Washington's at the top. Washington's least favorite. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Washington's least favorite team.
Mm-hmm.
Guess?
Oregon?
No. The Niners. Because of Seattle.
Yeah.
But Oregon's least favorite team? Ohio State. Already with Ohio State.
Good.
Anyway, that's just a little bit of what y'all hate out there.
A little hate out there.
Gotta check the
Sports hate.
Got to check the hateometer. That's right. Sports hate's a little different than real hate. Nothing to hate about the way the Gator basketball team played last night. Outstanding effort. They lose Alex Condon early in the game. I guess the quote-unquote good. It's never any kind of good news when a guy's injured. He's going to miss time. But it is an ankle sprain, they're saying. I haven't heard high ankle, low ankle. You heard anything about that?
Low ankle.
It is low ankle. So this is just a rolled ankle. Push came to shove, he could probably play in a week if you taped it up, good and solid. But I'm sure they will take their time because, man, the way guys have stepped up these last two games. I said this, Hick, if you were power ranking the players on Florida, Clayton's number one.
Mm-hmm.
But, depending on what day, you got three or four guys that can be, sometimes it looks like Elijah Martin's the second best. Sometimes it's Condon the second best. Sometimes it's Will Richards the second best.
It can even look like Aberdeen at times.
At times. You love him. It can look like Houck at times. It did last night at times. So, but I'd say in consensus, the second and third best in some order are Elijah Martin and Condon. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Guys that you could at least afford to lose if you were doing it. They have lost last night against a ranked team on the road. They lost. They didn't have either one of Martin or Condon, and they won by double digits. They won without Martin at Auburn against the number 1 team. By the way, Florida has not beaten ranked teams on the road back-to-back in program history.
We've been talking a lot about the SEC and the basketball conference, how many teams. I don't necessarily see how it's going to be dicey in terms of the selection committee because, and this is one of the things Bill has pointed out, you're going to have to take a team with a losing record in the conference play if you're going to get to, like, what do they say, 10, 11, 12 teams?
13.
I don't see that.
13 are in the current, and also one more, I don't remember which team it was, is in the first 4 out.
You're going to tell me, okay, so I mean, I can take, look, Auburn, Alabama, Florida, A&M, Ole Miss is 7-4, Missouri is 6-4 and 17-6, Tennessee is now 7-5 and 20-5, Kentucky is back to winning. That's 6-5 and 17-7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you got Mississippi State, which is 17-7 and 5-6. You got Vandy 5-6 and 17-7. Okay, but then you're telling me that Georgia and Texas at 4 and 8 in the conference are going to get in?
I'm not telling you.
Well, I
don't know.
Do you think that?
I think it's going to depend on who it is you're trying to put in on the other side, and it's like we said about South Carolina earlier today.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't won a conference game, but they won at Clemson.
Yeah, well, yeah,
it's just it could
they're
be
0-10 though.
Yeah,
LSU's
this
1-9.
is where the analytics are going to come in.
Well, I know, but
they're going to compare.
It's not. I've always said, and I will continue to maintain this in the SEC special this year. But if you don't go 500 in your conference when you play 18 games, should you get in the tournament?
Yeah,
I disagree.
Yeah, because you're playing your schedule strength is so astronomically harder than another team that's going to go 8-4 and against there are teams in the SEC that put in those leagues would go 15-1.
Well, the interesting point is like every game's a quad 1 game is like they talk about. So anyway, let's take a break. We'll keep it going. It's 8:00 hour coming up. A lot to do today right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get more Jaguars coverage from Jacksonville's sports superstation.
Safety's got to grab. There's always a hole if you don't pressure the QB.
1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times, and for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands at ITP Partners. So I'm telling you about ITP Partners, man. They're Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Why? Expertise, experience, knowledge. That's Reed Wingate, man. That's Janice Cobb. That's Scotty Regner. That's Dan Abel. Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP Partners, man. And listen, here's what I love about them. You go meet with them. They'll sit down with you. They give you an individualized strategy where your goals become their priority. It's a great time to get in the game. ITP Partners is always there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Easy to get a hold of. Chris at ITPPartners.com. A call 312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performances or success.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. No matter the weather, Triumph has an unbelievable selection of rides where you can get out and just enjoy the highway.
They do. The new Rocket is out, the new color schemes, the Tiger 1200, which has been revamped. These bikes are nice, gorgeous, and ready to ride.
And if you want to take a look at the selection, they can just roll into the showroom and see a full variety.
We've got them all in stock and ready to go.
So if you log on, cyclesofjacksonville.com, search the Triumph line, and then head into the showroom. You'll be impressed. Cycles of Jacksonville.
Valentine's Day is coming soon, so go ahead and pre-order your floral arrangements now from Kuhn Flowers. High-flying Jacko here, and for over 75 years, Kuhn Flowers has made Valentine's Day for that special person in your life. KuhnFlowers.com.
Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Friday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL's Gator Bites podcast wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you're cooking for your sweetheart this weekend, Southern Steer Butcher has you covered. An easy-choose Valentine's Day special menu with the best meats in town. Full V-Day flyer at southernsteer.com.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Skilled trade jobs are booming, so begin your high-pay, high-demand career today through the Northeast Florida Builders Association. Their apprenticeship program provides paid training in some of the most highly sought-after skilled trades. Get paid while you train, full-time, in carpentry, electrical, HVAC, or plumbing. Plus, earn a 10% raise every year, and the classes are 100% tuition-free. Start your new career today and apply this week at nefpaapprenticeship.org.
Hi, I'm Paris Owens representing Moore's Children's Health, Jacksonville. We are so grateful to the players for helping us create the healthiest generation of children. See you at the Kids Zone in 27 days at the Players Championship.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter?
I don't know about this air conditioner, Jason.
You know, my job is actually to...
I mean, 1 minute it's working, and the next minute it's not working. Every time I leave the house, I don't know if I'm coming back to a nice, cool oasis or a steaming cesspool of sweaty garbage fumes and dog farts, and then I'll never get to sleep. And I'll be too late to call someone. And what if I've got a big meeting the next morning and I haven't slept a wink?
Okay, dude, stay cool. Or at least stay cooler.
But
Bueller Air and Plumbing can figure out why your AC only works sometimes and not all the time. We fix that kind of stuff every day.
You mean you can...
Life moves pretty fast. If you spend all your time worrying about an air conditioner that can totally be fixed, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Mia here. When it comes to roofing, whether it be shingles, metal, or most repairs, there is one name that has protected your home since 1999. Pro-Jax Roofing. Serving all of Northeast Florida, Mike and his guys have been repairing and replacing roofs for 25 years. Need insurance help? Mike's team can help. Raised in a military family, Mike provides great attention to detail with unparalleled quality and workmanship. They also have warranties, so you can have peace of mind. Call Mike today for a free estimate or online at projaxroofingfl.com.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjax.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. The Jaguars have found their first candidate in the hunt for Trent Baalke's replacement. They interviewed 49ers Director of Scouting and Football Operations Josh Williams Tuesday. Williams is in his 14th season after joining San Francisco in 2011 as a scouting assistant. He was promoted to Pro Personnel Scout 2 seasons later and just finished his first season as director. So far, he's the only candidate to complete an interview for the Jags General Manager vacancy. The third-ranked Florida men's basketball team dominated number 22 Mississippi State by 13 last night. 5 Gators scored in double figures, led by Denzel Aberdeen with 20. SEC play continues Saturday against South Carolina. Catch play-by-play at 8:30 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. It's 62 degrees at 8 o'clock. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
I've noticed this about Tori.
Posture?
Well, that was an observation. She's quick to go out of here.
Probably smart.
Yeah, she'd be flying out of here.
Tori, come back here.
I think there's some savviness.
Tori, report.
Why do you go running out so fast?
She doesn't last time.
You don't want to hang out
Last
with
time
us.
when you tried to sell her on a date.
You didn't like when I pepper you with questions. Is that the problem? You're so quick to leave.
Try to put her on a caravan to the Casbah last time
After
we had
you
her
do
in
a
here.
wonderful local sports update, you should relax, enjoy your victory. I nailed that thing. I'm good. Look at me. I'm the champion. But no, you go right out of here.
I'm on the go.
You're on the go.
To do.
Off to the next one.
Off to the next.
We have another
off to the
local
next.
sports update to produce.
I've got another in an hour.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. What about the posture?
Let her work.
You were happy to hear that.
Yeah,
Have people ever told you that you have great posture, or is this just me observing?
Just you.
Okay.
This is a first. This is a first, but I'll take it.
Yeah,
I
but you like that.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you said you gave credit to your father.
Yes, that's all Dan.
Kids, sit up at the table.
That's all him.
Eat your vegetables. That's what you did. Well, are you doing all right? What's going on? Are you settled into your role now? We haven't seen you in a couple days because we've been out and about in this great community.
I know, missed you guys.
Thank
Left
you
me
very
all alone in
One of
here.
these days, they'll start sending you with us.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
It'll be exciting.
I'd like to go on a field trip.
Tomorrow we won't be here again. And tomorrow, here's what you have to do. You have to navigate because your other boss is coming in around 8:30. So you got to make sure you're here to let them in from the J Fund. Because we're going to visit with them, even though we won't be here. Me and E won't be here, but
the
they
J
will
Fund
be here.
will be here.
And we're going to talk to them.
Oh,
because
why
they're
don't they just come by where you are?
Well, because
might be just as easy. You might want to run it by them.
I did run it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, this is what I do. I'm a professional.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
so they're coming to laud us as champions again, I believe.
Yes,
is what they do. So they may be bringing great gifts and incense and myrrh.
Sounds like I'll miss it.
You won't be here again.
No, they'll bring incense and myrrh. There won't be three wise men here.
No, the wise men are going out and about.
Okay.
Yes.
One of them's going to be on an airplane.
You won't be here tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm going
PFR
I'm
tomorrow.
going to San Antonio.
You know what PFR is, Tori?
PFR.
Yeah.
Can you explain?
Yeah.
Prosser.
Prosser.
Free.
Free.
Radio.
They get excited. They get excited when the Taskmaster's gone. You know who's the biggest fan of Prosser Free Radio?
Who?
Prosser.
Well, we got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. E, now are you
Have you
handing out?
excused Tori now? Is she allowed to go on?
I don't
or?
have to feel like I feel like I don't need to excuse. She can stay if she wants, or she can leave if she wants. If she has things to do, she's more than welcome to go.
Sure.
But she's also welcome to,
Well, there you go.
Putting me on the spot.
All right, dismissed.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm trying to sense it here. I'm trying to see what I'm doing for you, Tori.
Yeah, I get it.
See you in an hour.
All right.
We look forward to it.
Until then, just posture until then.
Posture away. Go sit up in another area. E, what do we got today? What are we handing out?
I got a $75 gift card to Wick Candle Bar plus $75 to Kuhn Flowers. This is all a part of a 1010XL Valentine's Day gift guide. Make sure you visit 1010XL.com for more gift ideas. And all the winners will be entered for a chance to win $1,000 to Beard's Diamonds at the Town Center.
Mm-hmm. Valentine's Day is an important holiday.
I'll give credit here.
Okay.
I'll give it credit of at least give credit for not on our watch. You're not.
Okay.
Tom Izzo was perched to become and he will ultimately become the all-time leader in this certain category, right? He's going to become the all-time leader for Big Ten basketball wins. And in a basketball conference like the Big Ten, that means a lot. There have been some big boys, some long-running, Gene Cady at Purdue. There's been a lot of guys that coached a lot of years in the Big Ten. Nobody has more basketball wins than Bobby Knight.
Okay.
Well, until now, Tom Izzo had tied Bobby Knight with his last victory, but that's now been 2 games ago, and Michigan State has lost for the third time in 4 games. Izzo was going to break the record last night at home against lowly Indiana. But hey, that's what I said. Not on my watch. You're going to break it. You're going to beat Bobby Knight's. You're going to beat the Generals record. It ain't going to be against Indiana. And lo and behold, they upset the 11th ranked Spartans. Michigan State's turned down a pretty good season. They're 71-67. But Izzo stuck on 353 conference wins now. He remains tied with Knight for just a little bit longer. Next shot Saturday at Illinois. The Big Ten's another basketball league that's much like the SEC.
Yeah.
And there's and Indiana beating them that's no difference than South Carolina beating Florida like they almost did or someone like that. So that's another deep league. In fact, we talked about the bracketology. You said, how are you going to get 13 in with no winning records? I promise you that's happening in the other leagues too, because they had the Big Ten with 10 and the Big 12, I think, with 8. Can you go 10 deep in the Big Ten with a winning conference record, Hick? I don't think so.
On the flip side, what's happened to Indiana basketball?
I think expectation is one. They're not having a terrible season. I mean,
they're no longer.
But you'd read the headlines and the observations and certainly the social media feed, and you'd think that Indiana had a losing record.
19 and
now.
14 and 10 and 10.
Yeah,
right. Or was that last year?
No, that's last year. They haven't played that many games. I think they're a little better than 5 games over. I could be wrong here. I'll tell you. I got it right here. Let's see. In the Big Ten, Indiana is.
It's the 4th year for Woodson.
They're 6-8 and 15 and 10, so about the same.
Yeah,
about the same.
Just they went that one Final Four with that Mike Davis cat.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it in the last.
That's it
since Bob Knight.
Yeah, that was like 2002.
Yeah, long time ago.
I tell you who's had a surprisingly good year, just not missing the. I think he was the 2-time player of the year, Zach Edey. Purdue, though.
Yeah.
I was watching them last night against and Michigan's also bounced back. Juwan Howard was there and gone. They'd have a different coach now. Right? Michigan, Dusty May, isn't he Michigan's coach?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, the guy that used
FAU
to be,
guy?
yeah, the Florida FAU.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure he's Michigan's coach, and they're 11-2, lead the Big Ten.
Really?
Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, Dusty May.
20 in the country. Purdue's 11-3 in the conference. They're number 7 in the country, 19-6.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State, Wisconsin's having kind of a bounce back year. They haven't, lived in the top 20 the last couple of years since they lost that little run they went on. So yeah, I tell you what's impressive. You were talking about the SEC, and you put a team in with a losing record. And again, based on this conversation we have about other leagues as well. But I did notice one thing about, for instance,
mm-hmm.
Tennessee's 20-5.
Mm-hmm.
7-5 in the SEC. I mean, the only teams that can be they're 13-0 outside the league.
Yeah.
And had beaten some good teams, a few of them. Auburn is 22-2, 10-1. Just only 1 non-conference loss. Alabama 2 non-conference losses. Florida 0 non-conference losses. 21-3, and in the top 3, and the only 3 teams that have beaten them are SEC schools.
We talk Gators basketball, but let me put it in perspective about where it ranks versus Florida football.
There's no. Yeah.
You imagine a Florida football coach. Okay, imagine you said arguably Alex Condon is the second best player on the Gator basketball team. I think that's fair, right?
What now?
Second best player on the Gator basketball team is probably Condon if you were going to rank the top 3.
Yeah, it can be Martin at times.
Yeah.
And Clayton and going great.
Yeah.
But Condon. I would say Condon.
Yeah. Okay. So who would you say is next to Lagway? Who is an important player on the Florida Gator football, second best?
You could pick a bunch of defenders, but I kind of feel like it's like Jaden Ball.
It's Jaden Ball.
I mean, is that
Jaden Ball playing a conference game against Tennessee, and a play happens, and Jaden Ball has to leave the game, and the coach comes out and says, "Thought it was a dirty play, to be honest. Looked like a dirty play on film. Disappointing."
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be talking about that forever. Was that a dirty play last night?
Were you watching the game?
Yeah.
He went at the coach.
Yeah.
They had to hold him back.
Yeah.
He didn't just say that is that what he said in the post game?
Yeah.
Well, because in the game they had to hold him back from attacking the guy. I don't know. It did not look like a dirty play watching the play. It didn't look like a dirty play watching the play happen.
Yeah.
When they went back to all the slow motion, it looked like 2 guys going for a loose ball. I find it hard to believe that Mississippi State, who I saw no other signs of dirty play last night, I find it hard to believe they would go in with this objective.
My point is, if that would happen in a football game, we'll be talking about that for weeks.
Well, we did Ernest Graham, right?
Yeah.
FSU. I think there's a fine line here, and he's starting to step over it a little bit. I don't want Danny Hurley Did you see Danny Hurley last night? This guy is rich, dude.
What do you do now?
I'm done with Danny Hurley.
Yeah.
No, you're a little.
Lost his mind.
Yeah, no, I'm just done with you. Okay, I get it. You're the best thing ever, Chief.
Mm-hmm.
But this just in, Danny. I watched you at home one Sunday, maybe 3 weeks ago, where a little old Creighton came in and they beat you at home, and you acted the ass that day too. You whined and cried.
He does that a lot.
And lemon-faced all night. So when you go to Creighton last night, I don't need you taunting the crowd as you leave. You won back-to-back national champions. This just in, jerk. When you win back-to-back natties, you become the team where you go to their building, they taunt you, they do it. You guys think this is new to you? I sat in a Florida-Kentucky game when I was a freshman, and Kentucky had a guard ET on the on their team. This was the team with Kenny Skywalker and those dudes. Kentucky had a guard. His name was Roger Harden. Let's just say the entire Connell Center for about 2 hours that day screamed his last name with a different pronunciation.
His brother played at Florida.
Did he?
Hardens?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Didn't he?
Was Rich Harden, maybe? Well, I don't remember. Vaguely.
The Indiana Kokomo?
Yeah. No, it's Hogan. That's Brian Hogan.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Roger Harden.
Okay.
Who, and the whole thing in unison, especially the student section, screamed his last name full throat with a little different pronunciation, different accent on how you would say the name. I'm going Disney on you. Right?
It's not 9 o'clock.
Yeah, change the E to O. I'm just trying to keep it out of the the 8-year-old purvey.
Appreciate it.
I think we've done it. I think I just went. I think I went Aladdin
Yes,
on it.
you did.
If you want to know what it is, that's what it
He
is.
said change the E to O.
Nice and slow. Harden.
Oh, dear. They were doing that back then, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. No social media to document, so that means it didn't happen, I guess.
All right, Jags got to find themselves a GM. Josina Anderson is reporting that a former GM is going to get interviewed. Now, the Jags tell us who they are, or might get interviewed, or I don't know.
Well, do they tell us, or do they tell us when it suits
She
us?
wouldn't say, so.
You know what? I don't like that.
Yeah, I know.
If you got a former GM, that means you know who it is, and say who it is, or don't say there's a former GM because who cares?
Is there any former GM that you would want to?
There's a key word there that scares me always, and that's former.
Yeah, he got fired.
That's correct. That's correct. Unless this is some, who was the brain?
So I'm told the Jaguars have formally expressed interest in interviewing a former NFL GM for their current. I mean, first off, if you're the former GM, you obviously would say, yeah, I'll be glad to do that.
It depends on who it is.
Well, and so I'm thinking like the Jets guy's a former GM. The Douglas dude. Who else? Titans guy, the Gator. Carthon. He got fired recently. I don't know who else.
I'm not going Harden.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going Carthon. I got Harden in my head. At least I said his proper name.
And in the end, listen, I said this in the Duval Minute.
Sure. You say a lot in the Duval Minute.
I know. Miss a little, you miss a lot.
Miss a minute, miss a lot. Always been the motto here on the drill.
Man, what an opportunity for Liam Cohen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have been handed
and they're
NFL
acting like he's like Sean McVay himself.
But bro, you've been handed an NFL franchise.
Yeah.
If the Jags don't win, it's on Liam Cohen.
100%.
I mean, you got.
It's on them for hiring a guy who hadn't done it yet. If it plays out that way, but
you got
he's got a great opportunity. He gets a quarterback.
You're handpicking your GM. Tony has said coach centric.
Yeah.
They want the coach to
Voice,
lead the
one
football.
voice.
Yeah, to lead the football operations, and then they all help him with everything else. I mean, it's all right. You got an owner.
It better be Ozzie Newsome. That's good.
Yeah, Ozzie Newsome would be
Ozzie
good.
Newsome, yeah, I'm down.
Hell yeah, we'll take Ozzie.
Ozzie, I don't know how old's Ozzie, man.
Golly,
Ozzie got to be 80 something, doesn't he?
Is he 80?
When you think?
Nah, 68.
That's
Still,
it.
Yeah,
Wow.
come on back, Oz.
Oh yes.
Leave
Where's Shaq Harris these days? Is
leave
he
the
still,
flock.
Like in personnel anywhere?
I don't think so. I think he's retired.
I liked that guy.
He's 77.
By the way, I will say this. I did see one mock draft that you would definitely exchange the parameters that we talked about yesterday.
What's that?
Trading the 5th pick for Deebo Samuel and the 11th pick. Again, this is all. We are not taking any sort of salary into conversation. This is a sports conversation, not a salary. So that dictated. But I'm just talking strict personnel. You can have Deebo Samuel and the 11th pick, or you can have Tet McMillan. Because I got a mock draft I've got a mock draft here where they take McMillan number 5.
Oh no, I would take.
You would take Deebo and another player if you could do that.
Yeah.
Now that's not saying McMillan might very well, and I would argue will be better than Deebo Samuel in 2 or 3 years. But you also have an 11 pick here that you can supplement. Yeah, I don't. I don't know if I want Deebo Samuel in any circumstance. You're really betting that he does what they normally don't do. That is, you start to fall off physically, and then boom, you have a rebirth in your same old glorious self. You could argue Saquon did that this year.
Yeah,
I had a bigger reason, and not quite the years. Is he that much older than Deebo? What did we say? Deebo about to be 29?
He just turned 29.
Just turned 29. He's not that old. Boy, he feels 33, doesn't he? And what is Saquon? Late 20s, isn't he?
Saquon is. It's a good question. I'm just looking at his stats.
Saquon's 28. He'll be 29 in February.
Yeah, see, they're the same age.
No, he just turned 29, yes.
Deebo and Saquon are almost exactly the same age. That doesn't feel right, does it?
Yeah. I would be curious to see Saquon.
And Saquon bounced back big time.
Now, one thing to remember about, and we got to get to break, but one thing to remember about Saquon, he had a magic number of carries this year, 345 in the regular season.
Yeah, that's a lot. And another
let's see what he brings to the table next year.
He got a long, nice, fruitful time to relax and see.
Well, he does, but I'm telling
He's been injured before. You worry about the knee. Look at Christian McCaffrey.
I'm just saying the history of backs who run it X amount of times.
Is that the number?
The following year, I remember your guy.
Yeah, Jamal Anderson. He ran at 400, I believe.
Yeah. But those guys that run it a lot.
What did McCaffrey run 2 years ago?
The following year, they.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will take a break.
To see how Derrick Henry does next year.
Yeah. Good. Another good one. We'll grab a break. We'll come back, do more right here on
Beatrice Plumbing Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Where electrifying moments come to life.
Inside of a minute to play.
And legendary performances live.
A monumental milestone in a legendary career.
1010XL. The power of Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. Listen, the name Bow 9 resonates in Jacksonville. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the entire world, Dr. Frank Bowden, they call upon his expert opinion all the time. Why? He's an expert, one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area, the founder of Bow 9. Visit Bow 9 Associates today. You'll experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bow 9 and Associates.
Hi, I'm Karen, owner of Clay Solar Installation Partners, your local women-owned solar company. At Clay Solar, we're more than just panels and power. We're about people. We make the switch to clean energy simple, stress-free, and built to last. If you've had a bad experience with solar in the past, we can help. We specialize in dependable solutions and top-notch customer service, so you can finally enjoy the savings and sustainability you deserve. Schedule your free consultation at claysolar.com.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you are a sixth-generation jeweler. What kind of watch do you wear?
Frank, I think I've told this story 1,000 times. The watch I wear is a Rolex, and here's why. When my grandfather gave me a gift for graduating from college, he said, I want you to have something that you'll always remember me for. And he gave me a Rolex watch, and some 35 years later, it still runs and looks as good as it did the day I got it, a day I'll always remember. This might be the right time for you to create the same kind of memory, and nothing does it better than a Rolex from Underwood's. Whether it's a lady or a man's, the Rolex Oyster has the classic good looks and incredible durability and accuracy that make it the watch people want to own. And at Underwood's, all of our Rolexes come with a 5-year guarantee.
Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra. Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. Underwood Jewelers.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
This is Hayes Carline here to help you break free from the chains of pest infestation. The talk of this town is Kingfish Pest Control. By now, many of your neighbors have already joined the Kingfish Revolution, leaving their homes and lawns protected and pest-free. Now it's your turn. Call Kingfish Pest Control and say goodbye to termites, ants, mosquitoes, and other annoying pests. Trust me, you'll get exceptional service and understand why your neighbors and I use Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Transform your bathroom with stunning shower glass from Sky Glass Solutions in Jacksonville Beach. For a free quote, call 904-608-5151 or visit skyglasssolutions.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back to the drill, hanging out here on a Hump Day Wednesday. Hope you're having a good day, talking some football. It never ends, does it? We were talking about the Jags and the GMs. It led into Saquon Barkley, who's played now 7 years. He carried the ball 345 times just in the regular season alone. Add in the postseason carries, and you are, let me see what he did in the postseason. All worth it, by the way.
At
Who
least
cares?
50, 60 carries, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's amazing. The one game that they, you would have expected, they didn't get anything. They didn't need anything from him. They would have beat the Eagles without Saquon Barkley. That's amazing.
Had a boatload
the Chiefs.
Huh?
He would beat the Chiefs without Saquon Barkley. That's how amazing the Eagles played. That's how amazing that D-line. I said this, we made this point. There is no brand of football, doesn't matter the team's the level, but if I tell you one team passed the ball 42 times and the other team didn't blitz them one time, let me just tell you they beat the heck out of them.
Yeah, you're going to add another 100 carries, 90-some carries to his total. So he's well over 400 carries.
Now, I was thinking about this observation when it comes to the GM search and how hard it is to know when you're just taking someone who works in a department that's been very good, right? Mm-hmm. Like the report from Josina Anderson that the Jags are also going to interview a former GM. Mm-hmm. And so as a tongue-in-cheek joke, well, maybe it's Dave Caldwell, ha, 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 who used to be a GM. But then it's this. This is the diciness of the decisions they're making. Dave Caldwell has worked the last 4 years where, Dan? with
Philly.
the Eagles,
Yeah,
who is
shout
the
out.
best drafting team in the league the
Yeah.
last 3 or 4 years. So if Dave Caldwell hadn't been a GM before and it never worked here, and you were trying to find your next GM, those are the traits you would look for. Those are the traits you have to rely on and trust when you talk to a guy from the Niners or a guy from the Bears. It's how is their team done, or how is he done in his roles with other teams? And that just shows you how hard we had Dave Caldwell. It didn't go well here, and his resume right now is as good as anybody they're
Sure
interviewing.
is. Dak Prescott had some interesting comments yesterday, and it was dumb.
Yeah. By interesting, you do mean really stupid.
Well, I mean, and I honestly feel like it's just a trickle down from Jerry Jones. I mean, the Cowboys need to shut up. I mean, they're irrelevant. I know they're America's team, and all eyes are on
Well,
them.
they're not irrelevant, but they're not anywhere. They're not what they think they are.
Yeah, and it's if it's not Jerry Jones, I mean, they hired Brian Schottenheimer, who's a big risk at best, and the reason everybody thinks they hired Brian Schottenheimer is so Jerry Jones can still rule the roost, and that's fine if Jerry wants to do it, but the expectations. Remember, this is a guy who 2 years ago, when Derrick Henry was out there and wanted to go to Dallas, what did Jerry Jones say about his Cowboys franchise this year? This year, we're, quote, all in. And then he didn't even talk to Derrick Henry. He could have had Derrick Henry on that football
Wanted
team.
to play for him.
Wanted to play for him. And so the Cowboys are a fraud, and they need to act accordingly. They're and by the way,
weren't they the top seed just a couple of years ago?
Well,
They've had
guess
some
what?
good seasons.
You know what they have now? The third best quarterback in the division.
Oof.
Yeah. Third best quarterback in the division. And the Giants are probably going to draft Cam Ward, and we'll see how good he is. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Dallas is unbelievable at making money. Hall of Famers.
Well, they've had good teams, but they've not had like big success. I mean, Dallas has had, they're good. It's not great.
And
most years,
and their
they're
coach
good.
thought so much of it that he left.
Well, I don't know if that who left who there, but nonetheless, to your point, they're
You think Jerry forced out McCarthy, or you think McCarthy left Dallas? I think McCarthy left Dallas.
It feels to me like he wasn't welcomed back to Dallas. But here nor there.
Right. 3 straight 12-5 years.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good. Those
3
good
straight
seasons.
playoff losses.
Yeah, I know, and that's on the Dak. You're one to talk, buddy. Those are on Dak.
Yeah,
those playoff games, to my recollection, he wasn't good.
Dak is Tony Romo.
Not as good as Romo.
Not as good?
I don't think. I don't know. Did Romo have wins? They haven't won overall hardly at all. What's the furthest they've been in the playoffs? They've only had a couple of playoff wins, haven't they? They've not been to have they been
in
to
a conference championship
since
game
95.
since 95 since they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's just stupid. I mean, that's almost 30 years.
That is 30 years.
The Jaguars have been to 3 since then, by the way. Think about that. Been to 3 since the Cowboys been to 1. That's amazing. The Jaguars have been to 3 conference championship games since Dallas last went to 1. Shazam.
Yeah. And so,
but I thought Dak's comments were way out of line. Listen, buddy, you're not the guy to be saying this.
Yeah.
You're the reason when the season ends in the toilet, you know, they look at you. That's your head sticking up out of the portal at Dak. You're at home as a 1 seed, losing to whoever decides to come beat you. Beat the Niners or the Packers or whoever. And here's also that. This is what's made it worse. Dak and the Cowboys have lost at home, not just to the 49ers and the Packers the last couple of years, but to Brock Purdy and to Jordan Love. That's a problem. Here's a quarterback. You're going to give all this money. He's your franchise quarterback. You've got home field. You're at home.
Yeah.
And not only does your team, your brand, lose to the Packers 1 year and the 49ers another, but in those years, you lost to Jordan Love and Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You're not, to your point, Dallas looks in the mirror and sees a 10. And what they should see is a 6. Or Dallas looks in the mirror and thinks they see a 9, that if they just get this bump off their nose, they'd be a 10. And what they really are is a 6, 6.5, with lots of defects and pockmarks. And I'm with you on Schottenheimer. I mean, if you're a young up-and-comer, at some time you up and came. You know, you don't wander around in this OC to be the next head coordinator for 30 years, do you?
How do you feel about, and this is interesting to me, because I don't know what you call yourself in terms of media anymore, but we're still in the media. And we want to hear from, I Can't tell you how many times I would love to have Liam Cohen on this show. I take him on this show every day. Liam, what are you doing today? I take Trevor Lawrence on this show every day. I take any Jaguar player on this show every day. I love talking to players. I love players who are open and honest. Okay? And yet, one of the sticking points I've heard and read with the Jets and Aaron Rodgers, they didn't want him to do a McAfee anymore.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't blame him.
And I don't blame him, but yet I don't want to be a hypocrite either.
No, but listen, you have to represent your organization and the sport better than the lone wolf.
Jeff, he gives us great material. We want openness. We want honesty.
I didn't say I don't want him on McAfee.
Yeah.
I said I know why his employer doesn't.
Yeah.
So those are two different things. I totally get. If I were running a football team,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my quarterback popping off every week saying whatever he wants to say. I wouldn't. It's too.
E, what do you think about that? We want guys on all the time.
Absolutely.
And we love when they say stuff on our show.
Oh, that give me more sound bites.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Better
if
for
you're
us
the
than it is
team,
for the New York
if
Jets.
you're the team, I kind of get where they're coming from.
I do,
Yeah.
definitely, because we're here for the listeners, because we want to be in the know. There's a lot of questions that we want answered that aren't asked, and they won't do it because they're not put in that space. And I understand it from the team perspective.
The Michael DeRocco of the New York Football Jets, the guy who covers them for ESPN, is a guy named Rich Cimini. Anyway, his prediction for the Jets starting quarterback in 2025 is one Kirk Cousins. Cousins fits what the team is going for as a team-first guy, will come cheap. Falcons will owe him $27 million, so he can sign with the Jets. Golly, this guy. Kirk Cousins is a Hall of Fame businessman quarterback. Am I right?
For sure.
I mean, Kirk Cousins is the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
He got the first fully guaranteed contract, right?
He's got everything.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't Kirk Cousins the GOAT when it comes to contracts?
Well, him and Kevin Garnett.
KG is the basketball version?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I like that. But Kirk Cousins, I'm going to look real quick. What do you think Kirk Cousins, career earnings for Kirk Cousins, boys?
Oh.
I'm going to say, and this is already pocketed now, right? Not what you have still do you.
Right.
He got the big one before it was big.
Yeah.
He got those. Although I will say this. You got to remember, it was outrageous at the time when he's getting these one-year deals, but it wasn't the $55-60 million now. It was just crazy that he got $24 million or whatever they paid him to not quarterback. So I think it's going to be lower than you think. How many years in the league?
13 years.
Oh, that's a lot of years. I'm going to say he was just making pretty much, and then he got a couple of 20. He probably had $50 million in the bank before he went to Minnesota, and then he probably, for how many years in Minnesota? 7-8 years there. He probably averaged another 20.
13 years. I need a number.
All right, I'm going to go $285 million.
Oh, yeah, he took my number.
What do you got?
So I'll go
higher or lower?
I'll go higher.
294.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
285 to 294.
Right, that's real good.
God dang,
Think
man.
about these basketball players, bro.
Sixth highest earning active player in the NFL.
Think about basketball players. Jaylen Brown makes $60 million to play basketball.
Joel Embiid.
Almost $1 million. And when
12 games.
When you factor in the load management, they get $1 million a game.
Oh, yeah.
The NFL, the NBA players, the NFL players probably look at the NBA and say, man, I wish I played there.
But the difference.
Because the NBA players get so much better deal than the NFL players.
You got 17 games versus 82 games.
Yeah, but there's also this. It doesn't matter that. It's the split of the pie. The NBA players somehow convince the owners they get 51% of the pie.
Yeah.
51%. So when you get a $7 billion TV deal, which in and of itself is amazing. The NBA TV deal yearly, their most recent one, it gets about 7.2 billion a year, and the NFL only gets 10 billion.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll keep it rolling right here. It's a Hump Day Wednesday on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, this is Russell Coe, and you're listening to the best sports radio in the world, 1010XL Jacksonville Sports Radio.
1010XL, 92.5 FM.
After consulting with several orthopedic specialists about my constant knee pain, I chose Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and Dr. Chris Swanson to handle my surgery. Their professionalism let me know this team was the one for me. The surgery was very successful, and if I ever have a future need, I'll continue to trust Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to take care of me.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think the same way. We pay a lot of money monthly. So if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do with Goosehead Insurance, man. And when I say take care of, I mean it. I can give you examples galore of how the Kaprowskis have helped me. Wife just redid the homeowner's insurance, called Chris Kaprowski, bang, all of a sudden mortgage rate went down. It doesn't always work that way. But what I really love about the Kaprowskis is when we call them, they got us answers right away. We're lickety-split, man. They call you right back. They get you all the information. It's beautiful. It's called customer service. They don't take it lightly. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com or call them 478-8422. That's 478-8422. Craig, Chris Kaprowski, part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
E.T. here, and if you've ever been injured in an accident, visit my buddy Dr. McGowan at McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center. You have 14 days to see a doctor and protect your insurance benefits, even if you're at fault. And no matter what you hear, you have the right to choose your own doctor. So I recommend McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation. Their auto experts will guide you in every step of the way to ensure the care that you need. Your recovery starts with McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation.
Give a unique gift this Valentine's Day to that special person in your life with a custom-made candle or body care product from Wick, a candle bar. Locations in San Marco and Jax Beach.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. When you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of energy efficiency, durability, and style. Perfect for your home makeover this season. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Restrictions apply. See website for details. License number CGC 1527613.
Good teachers and coaches get the most out of their scholar athletes. That's why 1010XL salutes the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Hey, poker players, get ready for a month packed with big winnings at Best Bet in Jacksonville, Orange Park, and St. Augustine. On select dates, win $300 every 15 minutes on our fast action table games. Make a royal flush in hearts and win $5,000 on Valentine's Day. And there's 24-karat gold day in Jacksonville on February 28th. It's all happening this month at Best Bet. For all the details, visit bestbetjax.com. That's bestbetjax.com.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Now here is my love. For years, we've been telling you about one of the most unique Valentine's Day gifts you can give. I promise you, in the list of memorable Valentines, your sweetheart will put this near the top. We're talking about the Singing Valentines. It goes to a great cause, and the Big Orange Chorus is going to make your Valentine's Day. It'll include 2 songs by the quartet, a rose, a big Hershey's kiss, and a digital photo. Get yours today by going to BigOrangeChorus.com or call 944-355-SING.
E to the T here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find the scratch kitchen that comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
You know what? I wonder how much.
I like it. I love it.
Who sings this song?
I want some more of it.
Tried so hard. Can't try to love it. Who sings this song?
Spent $48 last night at the county fair.
That's Timmy.
That's right.
I throwed out my shoulder, but I wanted that teddy bear.
I threw it out my shoulder, but I wanted that teddy bear.
Yeah. Saying sugar pie, honey, darling, and dear. I ain't seen a Braves play a game all year.
Come on.
We're gonna get fired.
Yeah.
If I don't get some sleep.
Take it, Timmy.
Lost buddies say I'm getting.
What you saying, Timmy?
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't rise above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Bring it, girls. Our girls, our specific girls, we mean. Sorry, ladies. Your chances were missed. Your windows of opportunity closed long ago on these two old timers. But we're here to rock it. Boy, there's a lot of second guessing going on around college athletics, I'm sure. The other side of the transfer portal and being Johnny Big Shot and going off to resume your career somewhere else leaves you sitting in a spot like one Riley Kugel, who could have stayed at Florida and earned his 20 minutes a game and his 9 points a game and been on a 21-3 basketball team that's odds on going to the Final Four. But no, wasn't quite enough for Riley Kugel after two, again, a victim of your standards.
Now, in fairness,
mediocre
hold
years.
on. In fairness,
yes,
you can rip Riley Kugel all you want.
I'm not ripping him.
Oh, that's a rip.
He'd rather
But
be at Florida than there.
You don't know if he was asked to leave.
Okay.
That we
That's
don't know.
fair.
I mean, I don't know the story
Okay.
behind it. So if he was pushed
It
out,
seemed like he went to Kansas.
Yeah.
And then they decided not to originally signed with Kansas. It didn't feel when Riley Kugel left like he was being pushed out. Maybe he was. I don't know.
I don't know
And
either.
I don't mean to rip Riley Kugel.
Yeah.
He's just an example of the grass isn't greener. You go somewhere else, and now you're forced to watch. For whatever reason you wanted to leave, my point is this: whatever reason Kugel wanted to leave has not been realized. Last year for Florida, he averaged 23 minutes a game. This year for Mississippi State, 21.
Yeah.
Last year for Florida, he shot 8.5 times a game. This year for Mississippi State, 7.5.
Okay, but and the
Last
other
year he
thing-
averaged 9
again,
points. This year 9.
And again,
playing the same.
But again, maybe somebody stroked him a check for $100,000.
Well, sure.
Well, if they're going to give me $100,000 here and nothing there, I might take the
I get it.
$100,000 and go.
And maybe that $100,000 or whatever the mysterious amount is would be worth it. I'm just saying, as a basketball player, as a competitor, to sit on the sideline watching the guys that you just played with for the last 2 years, on a beeline for the Final Four, while you're sitting with the same limitations that you had there. I mean, I assume Kugel wanted to leave, so he's not averaging 20 minutes and 9 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And here he is, lands at Mississippi State via Kansas, by the way. I remember that part. Lands at Mississippi State, and turns out he's averaging the same amount that he did. Kugel started 11 games last year for Florida. 11 starts. And that's with Pullen and Clayton. They must have gone 3 guard. I don't recall, right? Kugel was a guy who always had these incredible flashes, didn't he?
Yes.
Another guy, another Kugel, Kwesi Reeves. How's that going, Kwesi? How you doing up there?
Where is he?
Kwesi, I think, is a Georgia Tech guy. Kwesi sounds like a Georgia Tech guy. Probably getting about, same thing, 20 minutes a game. Another dude who would have pitched in here. Is Kwesi still eligible? Or is he out of eligibility? He only stayed at Florida a couple of years. I think he's at Tech. Is he at Tech?
Yeah, he's at Tech.
Is it same thing? 15 minutes a game, 20 minutes a game?
He must be hurt. He's only played 6 games this year.
What did he do last year? Anything?
32 games, 32 starts at Tech.
Yeah, averages, though. 10 points.
9.8.
Yeah.
Career high.
Yeah. 9.8. That's Kugel, 9.6 this year.
Yeah.
And they're being replaced by the Martins and Claytons and dudes that are way out producing him, right?
Yeah.
And Aberdeen, who you love, now he's a recruit.
Aberdeen will be back next year.
Yeah. Florida's in a good spot here. They're teaching themselves that the immediate lesson is this, Dan. Say they get back to full strength, which you figure they will be with Condon and Martin by the time you get to the tournament. Well, now when you get to round 3 and suddenly you're in foul trouble, I don't think you have to panic. I mean, with major personnel issues at Auburn and at Mississippi State, you've won recently, so that'll probably bleed over, I would think. But Kugel's not the other one. Here's the Daily's double take. Poor Jordan Butler. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
This is the ultimate oof. Jordan Butler is a forward in college basketball. Last year, he played for Missouri. He went 0-18 in SEC play. Now, keep in mind, Butler led his high school team to 2 state championships.
Mm-hmm.
He was named Class 4A Player of the Year once, a 4-star recruit, and the second best prospect in the whole state of South Carolina out of high school. So he goes to Missouri. They go 0-18. He decides to transfer Dan where? Back closer home to South Carolina. Can you remind me what South Carolina is in conference this year?
Ooh, dear.
South Carolina is 0-10. So here is Butler, a high school state champion, Class 4A Player of the Year, now in conference, 0-28 in his conference career. 0-28 in the SEC for Jordan Butler. 0-18 last year at Missouri, 0-10 start at South Carolina.
I just looked at this rankings of early 2025 NFL quarterback rankings. Okay?
For next year?
Yeah. And I'll just, again, it's all very debatable. But and they've got Patrick Mahomes down to 6 in this one, So I'll give you this one. This one is very, very debatable. Stupid is what I want to say, but nonetheless. But tell me what's missing here as I go through 1 through 20. Lamar Jackson 1. Josh Allen 2. Fine. Joe Burrow.
These are quarterback rankings?
Early 2025 NFL quarterback
rankings. Well, Mahomes is 1, and that's just
fine.
Unfair. Whatever.
At some point, he's not going to be number 1, though.
Well, not yet. Not in the prime of his career with all these championships and another Super Bowl appearance. It's not time yet.
Yeah, but
you don't have to have the best numbers. Brady proved that. They can tell you Manning's better than Brady. No, he's not.
Yeah, that's true. The last 2 years have not been Patrick Mahomes.
No, but he's
statistically
won until this. This
Correct.
Super Bowl he didn't.
Correct.
I will say this: the only 2 times they've gotten Patrick Mahomes on the biggest stage are when his offensive line plays like the Jags' offensive line.
Well, that's
They've
part
done
of the
it 2
game.
Super Bowls.
And so he's
overcome it for a large part. It's the same old line he went 15-2 with this year and went to the title.
Correct.
The AFC's got to stop gifting the Chiefs home field advantage. That's what's got to happen first.
Mm-hmm.
They'll end this. It won't be a stranglehold if they can just make them play road games every year.
I'm just saying the last 2. His first year starting in the league, he threw 50 touchdowns.
Yeah. That was still like Tyreek Hill. That's like Sammy Watkins in his prime still, or prime-ish.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then he went 26-5, which was great. It's still his second year, third year in the league. Then he went 38-6, 37-13, 41-12.
Those are touchdowns, interceptions.
Yeah, those are the Mahomes, and he's throwing for 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
52-50 when he threw 41 touchdowns. All right, the last 2 years, 16 games both seasons, not 17. 4,100 yards, 3,900 yards, 27-14, 26-11. Not as 92, 93 ratings as opposed to 105, 108, 105, 113.
I do know that his numbers are like, because we were tracking Trevor, and it was a way to say,
Sure.
well, maybe it's not that. They were in line kind of with Trevor for a long time.
Yeah.
The passer ratings were about 90, and they weren't.
But anyway, back to the rankings.
I think it's...
And this isn't about Mahomes. But Mahomes is 6th in this one. Again, Jalen Hurts 5, Jaden Daniels 4.
It just the only problem is if anybody ranking quarterbacks that says Mahomes is the 6th best, I mean, there's such a loss of credibility that we're just having fun listing off names. Okay,
Fair.
Go ahead.
Justin Herbert 7, Caleb Williams 8, Matt Stafford 9, Dak Prescott 10, Baker 11, CJ 12, Jared Goff down at 13, Shedeur Sanders 14. I don't believe that.
Well,
Brock Purdy 15.
stupid.
Kyler, like I said, stupid. Kyler Murray 16, Jordan Love 17, Bo Nix 18, Cam Ward 19, Tua Tagovailoa 20. Where's Trevor?
Yeah, it's.
Where will Trevor be on a competent list?
12 or 13.
12 or 13, you
I
think?
think so.
Wow. You think it'll be that high?
It'll be around that neighborhood.
Okay.
I think. I don't want to say for sure. I don't know. It depends on who's giving the list. I mean, really, I think it's Mahomes, gap.
Mm-hmm.
To me, Burrow, small gap, and then Hurts now, Lamar, Josh Allen, gap, a bunch of maybe Goff, and maybe another one in there, gap, and then a bunch of Trevors.
Okay.
I mean, it's so hard to know. You just don't know. But if Trevor quarterback, the Niners the last 3 years with their talent and their
we're not playing in hypotheticals.
Exactly.
We got what we got.
Right.
All right, so Lamar, Josh, Patrick, Joe, Jaden Daniels now, Jalen Hurts. We can all rank those guys ahead of Trevor.
You can rank them ahead of them, but there's not.
Who would you rather have?
It's not that. there's a bigger difference in some of those than others. Those aren't the same. I mean, the difference in Jalen Hurts and Trevor Lawrence is not near as great as the difference between Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow. To me.
Where do you find Trevor Lawrence? Where do you put him? Like lump two quarterbacks around him. Two comps. Yep. Where do you find Trevor Lawrence if you rank the top?
Again,
if you rank the quarterbacks in the NFL.
It's such a perspective question because it depends on how you're judging.
It
depends on how you're judging.
It's a simple judge.
Yeah.
Who you think's better? Who'd you rather have? How about that? Who'd you rather have?
Right. I'm gonna put.
Well, you're gonna have to give me a.
No, go ahead.
Well, give me a.
You have Jared Goff or Trevor Lawrence?
I'd rather Trevor. Well, one's 34. I mean, we're just doing. So I think Trevor Lawrence is every bit as good as Jared Goff. I'm sorry, man.
All right.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm taking right now. I'm taking Jared Goff.
That's fine.
Man.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Matthew Stafford or Trevor Lawrence?
I'm taking Trevor. He's just too aged.
Okay, because he's aged.
Yeah.
Who's been better?
Stafford.
Okay.
Stafford's career until the Super Bowl is a lot like Trevor's. There's a lot of there's
nah.
No, it's not.
Nah.
It's not anything close to Trevor's.
What do you think, Matthew?
I know he's thrown for 5,000 yards.
A couple of times, right?
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, come on. And 40 touchdowns in the season. Come on, bro. Nah.
Matthew Stafford had
a lot like Trevor's.
Matthew Stafford's first year, he went 13 touchdowns, 20 picks.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford's fourth year, he went 20 touchdowns, 17 picks.
Okay.
A passer rating of 79.8. Matthew Stafford's fifth year, he went 29 touchdowns, 19 picks, passer rating 84. Matthew Stafford's sixth year, he went 22 touchdowns, 12 picks, passer rating 85.7.
Now I'll give you 5 years that Trevor can't match.
Okay, but he's not there yet. None of those years came then.
I mean, Trevor's best year is his second year, 25-8. That's what we want.
That's correct. That's 100% agree.
21-14 and 11-7 since.
Agreed.
Ugh.
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean, he's only, by the way, his career rating, you say Mahomes is the same. Mahomes in a bad year is 93. This guy's career is 85.
In the stretch.
Yeah. We need a lot more from Trevor.
And no one is comparing Trevor Lawrence to Patrick Mahomes.
You did just a little bit ago.
Because from that stretch, when he was playing his best talented football from the middle of 22 to 23, their numbers were similar. That's why. I said specifically that time.
Like a 5-game stretch?
That's not a 5-game stretch. That's a 17-game stretch. 17-game stretch. And you can go from the middle of 2022 to the middle of 2023 and add up the rating and the yards and the touchdowns because we did that then. But we've forgotten now because they've been terrible for the last 30.
Yeah.
But through Matthew Stafford's first 7 years, 8 years, he didn't have a 100 passer rating until his 12th year in the league. I'm just saying, Matthew Stafford wasn't, wasn't these guys.
We're going to have to be patient then.
Well, but yeah, to a degree. Trevor's in a similar situation to Matthew Stafford. He went to a dog bleep organization that messes it up at every turn. That drafts the most incredibly dumb draft picks, hires quarterback coaches that don't last. They're the same guy. Matthew Stafford would have ended his career, would not have been a Hall of Famer had he not gone to the Rams and won a Super Bowl. The same guy who all these years couldn't win a playoff game.
Matthew Stafford's third year, Jeff.
He had a great year, Hick.
Okay, well, I mean, that's 4 years we've had for Trevor.
Again,
41-16 ain't 25-8, bro. 5,038 yards ain't 4,000 yards, bro.
You're
you came out and said Matthew Stafford is right there with Trevor.
I'm trying to tell you that Matthew Stafford had a lot of, all I said, 20-17, 22-12, 29-19, 21-11. He had those kind of years. You make it sound like every year he went 5,041-16. Most of
5,000. 5,038, 49.67, 46.50, 43.27, 44.46.
I get. You're just giving the yardage totals.
I can do touchdowns too.
I'll give you Blake's when we return. I'll give you Blake Bortles.
You're an idiot.
Blake Bortles.
You're too wrapped up in this.
No, I'm not.
Let it go.
You're crazy.
He's got to play better.
No kidding.
God.
God, you're unbelievable.
9 o'clock, Ness.
Wow.
Someone help Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Help
what
him.
are you doing?
Good Lord.
Wow.
Be responsible for making people smile. This is 1010XL.
And is there anything that makes people smile more than football?
The home of Jacksonville sports fans. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL. Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Love is in the air this February, but nothing kills the mood like a plumbing or HVAC problem. Whether it's a leaky pipe, a backed up septic tank, or your heater isn't keeping things cozy, don't worry. We've got you covered. Call Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Our expert team is here to keep your home running smooth, no matter the issue. When you're stuck, call the Duck, 904-862-6769, or online at duckduckrooter.com.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. You know Beaches Dermatology because I've talked about them for quite some time because they're terrific. Man, they encourage you to protect your skin from the sun. Doctors Boudreaux and Doctors Metz have been in Jacksonville forever. Dr. Fader does the Mohs surgery. Different locations to serve you. Shout out to the staff at Solana Road. They're terrific over there. And right now, look, I know it's only February, man, but I was out in the sun all day on Saturday, watching baseball. Played golf the other day. You got to protect your skin if you're out there, man. Protect those ears. Long sleeve dry fits, sunscreen, whatever it takes. But protect yourself. And if something does show up on your skin, go get it checked out. Don't wait. And you can do that just by going online at beachesdermatology.com. Make an appointment, beachesdermatology.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
This month, 1010XL shines the spotlight on African Americans in our community who have made the first coast a better place to live. I'm E.T. Listen for my stories during Black History Month on 1010XL. Brought to you by Instant Keys and McGowan Spinal Rehabilitation Center.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
If you're cooking for your sweetheart this weekend, Southern Steer Butcher has you covered. An easy-choose Valentine's Day special menu with the best meats in town. Full V-Day flyer at southernsteer.com.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Your new roof from Universal Roof and Contracting can help save a life. Percentage of every new roof this month will go to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. St. Jude's is leading the way. The world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. Call 855-ROOF-HELP or visit universalroof.com to schedule your free roof inspection. This promotion ends February 28th. Universal Roof and Contracting, protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
These days, we do everything from our phones. That's why JEA's app lets you manage your utility services anytime, anywhere. Whether you want to view your account, pay your bill, sign up for programs, or check the outage map, you can do it all right from the app, when and where it's convenient for you. Because we want to make doing business with us as quick and easy as possible. Download the free JEA app from the App Store today. JEA, your community, your utility.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here. And, a year ago, February 20th to be exact, is when I started on my Awaken 180 journey. At that point, I weighed 317 pounds. I was in a bad way, man. There's no other way to describe it. I was in a bad way. And now here we are, basically a year later, and I'm down over 115 pounds. And it's all thanks to the best weight loss program I've ever been on. I tried a lot of different things over the years. Nothing ever worked. Awaken 180 worked like a charm. Again, the best weight loss program I've ever been on. If it's time for you to lose weight like it was for me, do yourself a favor. Do your family a favor. And go to awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com. Look, if I can do it, you can do it. And you could be their next success story. Do it today at Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Cannonball!
Honey, someone's in our pool.
Oh, refreshing.
John, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, Dave. Seeing as how me and the guys at Clearwater Irrigation reinstalled your sprinklers after the pool contractor ripped it out, I thought you wouldn't mind if I took a quick dip.
But in a Jaguar print Speedo?
Yeah, Dave. My bad.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage, too.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Dogtopia at St. John's Bluff. The Jaguars have found their first candidate in their hunt for Trent Baalke's replacement. The Jags interviewed 49ers Director of Scouting and Football Operations Josh Williams Tuesday. Williams is in his 14th season after joining San Francisco in 2011 as a scouting assistant. He was promoted to pro personnel scout 2 seasons later and just finished his first season as director. So far, he is the only candidate to complete an interview for the Jags General Manager vacancy. The Florida men's basketball team dominated number 22 Mississippi State by 13 last night. The Gators look to extend their streak by 3 on Saturday against South Carolina. Catch play-by-play at 8:30 on 92.5 FM. I'm Tori Edwards with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. It's 68 degrees at 9 o'clock. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk. Did you get your bag yet, E?
I already spent that bag.
You spent that over at the River Club yesterday?
Straight cash, homie.
See, while you do your reading, Tori, things like this happen, and it makes you more focused. It's going to make you better in the long run. Yeah. It's kind of like you're the quarterback, and there's pressure everywhere, and you're sitting calmly in the pocket.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to deliver a strike, which you just did.
Pocket presence,
Yes.
for sure. That was
Look at that, JP.
Hey, Dan, the way you threw that money, it remind me of some activities I used to do back in the day.
How was that throw?
Oh, it was like good wrist action.
I threw it on camera and went everywhere.
Hey, the money fell perfectly to the ground.
E, did I just, for the first time in my life, make it rain,
my boy?
Did I just do that?
You did.
You don't make it rain with $125, boss. You don't get very far if you do. It's not much of a rain shower.
You can't. You just don't get far.
Why are you so negative?
That's not negative. I mean,
Cash money.
Yeah,
Great
125.
cash,
You know,
it's a Benjamin right there.
Yeah, go ahead and fill up the big blue.
Is that what the kids call? What do the kids call that? What do the kids call that, Tori?
I'm not sure what
You don't know what the kids call that? E, what do the kids call this?
Call what?
This money. All this money in front of me.
Hold on, I'm about to show you.
Is that a stack?
Oh, no, that's not a stack.
Is that a rack?
I was thinking rack.
No? Got some singles here. I got some singles as well. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow.
You also
Blueface, baby.
You also don't make it rain with ones.
Blueface, baby.
Blueface, baby.
Yeah, I'm guessing Blueface is not pulling out George's. Huh?
He just a lot of them.
He's not gonna pull
just
out
a lot of them.
Not gonna pull out George's
and bleed it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I don't understand why you're not enthusiastic about my money wins.
Because you're obnoxious about it.
What was obnoxious? I was celebrating. I'm so
You've
happy.
Been talking about winning the money the last 2 days. It gets old. Look at me. I won again. Look at this. Yeah, ooh, make it rain. Yeah, it's obnoxious.
I'm just happy, celebrating.
Annoying. So
Okay, you join in my celebration.
I didn't want you to win. I wanted to win.
Oh.
Yeah. Why would I want you to win?
How many squares did you buy?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 6. I'm sorry, 6. 3 for me and 3 for Mrs. P. I blame her. I blame Molly. She filled them in. She's got me squares in the same lines. Who does that? Like you can't you can't have any squares match
You were
up on the
allowed
same
to fill
line.
in your own square.
No, I know, but I was gone and I had to have her do it. And I told her to do it. That's fine.
Okay.
No, yeah,
all right. But it's her fault.
Well,
And you're saying that we won squares last year as well.
You and E did, I believe. That's how memorable it was. That's what a big accomplishment it was for us.
You know this song, Tori? This is Cardi B.
No.
Well,
Travis Porter.
who is it?
Travis Porter.
It's a guy?
It's a group. It's a group.
Oh, okay. Make it. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah. I'm so happy. Welcome back to the show, 9 o'clock nasty in full form. You got anything else to say?
Not a thing.
You have to leave soon.
Yeah, I do.
You have a meeting.
It's exciting. Big one. Cultural changes coming.
You're going to demand some changes in
I'm not
there?
demanding anything.
No?
Yeah, no.
All right. You don't feel
Way
like
to go. Yeah,
huh?
good. Yeah.
You like the way it's all set up right now?
I can't. Yeah. Just ready to go.
Tori's like, I really don't know what to do right now.
Yeah, you probably should leave. Yeah, you came in.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to be the dismissal guy.
Right. I'm going to dismiss you.
Yeah, you can stay. You can go.
You don't
whatever
want to
you
stay
want.
here. This is like being at the relative's house, like in the middle
uncomfortable.
of like 2022.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with
you're
my
in a
hands.
You're in a split house for Thanksgiving in 2022.
Yeah.
2020 is
The
what
left
it
is saying stuff, the right is saying stuff, and
This is mask versus unmasked.
Uncle Johnny just said something that dropped.
Vaxxers, unvaxxers.
Yeah.
This stuff's thick right now.
Oh.
Yeah. You are.
How about you shut the hell up, Uncle Johnny?
Yeah, that's right.
How about we step outside?
Sauce is
Oh,
mine.
come on. It's Thanksgiving.
Uncle Johnny's in the sauce again.
Stop.
Too much sauce.
And I'm going to go, I go home, I tweet, Uncle Johnny's a blinking loser.
Yeah.
It just goes downhill from there. So.
Uncle Johnny being John Rocker, of course.
In this case, Uncle Jeffrey.
Who was ready to scrap with Patrick Mahomes Sr.
In
a staged New Orleans thing to...
I'm not buying that.
Yeah. I guess the Eagles went on Jimmy Fallon last night.
Well, good for them.
Saquon, he got them all. He got Saquon, he got Jalen, and he got the offensive lineman. So,
the ones that matter.
So Hurts is having a good time. He got the Disney trip. That would be fun. Why can't we have one of those? Oh, here's your guy, Danny Hurley. Is this old?
No,
did they
last
play
night.
Creighton last night?
Yeah, last night.
Did you say when he left the floor?
He was taunting the
two
fans.
rings?
Yeah.
Who won the game?
UConn won.
UConn won?
They won by 4. Creighton beat them at home earlier this year, and I watched the game. They didn't act anything at all like that.
He's lost his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
No, he's wound tight. Just put it that way.
Oh, jeez.
Man, I'm looking at quarterback rankings, and boy, it changes fast.
I need
C.J. Stroud, 21.
Yeah. Right now?
Yeah.
He's down to 21?
I'm just looking at one person's list.
Is it a legitimate person or is it a stupid list? Because I said the last one was stupid.
This is based solely on play from 2024.
Solely on play from 2024?
Yeah, it's NFL.com. But that's solely, again, if you can't go by solely on play from 2024.
Who's number one? Josh or Lamar?
Yeah, probably Lamar. Lamar and then
Are
Josh
you looking
Allen.
at it or are you don't?
Pulled it. Lamar 1, Josh Allen 2, Joe Burrow 3.
Where's Patrick?
Goff 4.
Wow.
Darnold 5.
Yeah,
Baker
I guess-
Mayfield 6. It's just this year.
yeah,
Jaden Daniels
that's fair.
7.
Yeah.
Like last year, C.J. Stroud's top 5 on this list. 2 years ago, Trevor Lawrence is top 5 on this list. So, yeah, it goes fast. Mahomes is 8. Herbert's 9. Geno Smith 10. Yeah. I doubt we got enough we don't have enough time, enough playing time to go much past that.
I'm looking at a picture. I need a culture comment, please.
Holla at me.
All right, this says Serena Williams crip walks for the culture. By the way, this is, have we started this term for the culture, or is this old? It's old.
No, that's old, bro.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe we found
way back.
discovered it.
When did that literally is as old as the Crips himself, isn't it?
What does crip walk mean, E?
It's
that type of dance?
Bounce your hands a little bit.
So it has nothing to do with the gang stuff.
Well, that's where it
of course.
originated.
Oh, it does?
That's where it originated,
Oh,
yeah.
all right. Well,
I think it's good to honor the gangs at halftime.
Well, I like this. I need you to.
We're gonna be.
I need you to take the 12-foot walk and look at the photo because
Next year, Latin Kings. We're going to Latin King stroll. We're going to do the Latin King stroll.
This says Serena Williams crip walked and then went home to this guy, and now we're going to have a picture. It's coming. I'm going to show it. I'm going to show it to you. This is who she went home to. Okay.
Oh gosh! Wow.
Yeah, that's Serena's.
That's Buddy.
That's her hubby.
Wow, he's pasty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who she went home to. That is a clash of cultures right there, isn't it, D?
Yeah, it's a clash.
That's a clash.
What are you talking about? Is her husband? This isn't new. She's been married to him.
No, I know, but we're seeing him in a bathing suit for the first time.
Yeah, not you are. I'm not. There's no we involving me in that equation.
Would you like to look at the picture?
Yeah. Okay. No, I know what he looks like. What are we doing here?
No, you don't. He looks like an out-of-shape Keanu.
Pasty.
Very pasty.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, there's always been, what is he like, the head of Google or something, though, when she met him?
Speaking of that, he showed me a funny social meme in New Orleans Super Bowl week. Two very important people walked in to have lunch at this, just New Orleans, like a po' boys restaurant, right? Probably going to get some, crawfish etouffee or something.
Etouffee.
Yeah. So they walk in, and everybody goes to the one dude, and the one dude is Odell Beckham. Okay. And he sits down to have lunch with this other guy. And the other guy is the CEO of Apple.
Tim Cook.
Well, I don't know anything about it. Do you know that name?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know that name.
Would you have known him if
Would you know him if you saw him? If you walked
Tim
into
Cook,
a restaurant?
I think I would, yeah.
You would? Okay.
He's got kind of shortish hair.
Yeah.
He's a little bit older, probably 50s.
White hair?
Yeah.
I would never know Tim Cook.
Me neither.
So, anyway, it was kind of weird because everybody's, Odell, shaking Odell's hand.
What are you talking about? You're not keeping an eye on all the oligarchs?
Yeah.
People are so stupid.
Yeah.
Like suddenly we're going to be like 1830s feudal Bulgaria around here.
I love when we go back and who did we have for the Super Bowl, Pross?
What do you mean?
Our picks.
I had I have them. I'll go get them. I think I was the only one that had a team. I had Kansas City, Green Bay. You had Dallas?
Yeah, I had Dallas.
Oof.
And Baltimore, I think. Who did you have, E?
I'm not sure. I think I had Baltimore in there.
I'm looking at Van Pelt. Falcons will win the NFC South. Just look at some of his picks. Brock Purdy will lead the NFL in touchdown passes. Trevor Lawrence, who has never thrown for more than 4,113 yards, will surpass that by more than 250. Oof. Yeah, he didn't have a good year. Last season, there were 3 1,500-yard receivers in the NFL. This season, they'll double that at least. He was wrong. It became a running league again.
Yep.
Very poor. Very poor effort from Scott Van Pelt.
Oh, dear.
Which, again, you show that stuff, it's fine. I mean, we're all guilty. We're all, yours truly. Jeff just said I had Dallas. So, get this real quick. Huh? I had Dallas and Baltimore?
Wow.
What? He's a winner?
He had Kansas City, Philly.
Oh, huh? Nostradamus.
We did not pick the Super Bowl winner. We just picked the game.
That's okay.
Yeah. He had Kansas City.
Nostradamus.
Philly.
Yeah.
I had Kansas City, Green Bay.
Okay.
And you had Dallas, Baltimore.
Okay.
And we all three had the Jags in the playoffs, which is just stupidity. You had the Jets win in the East. That wasn't one of your better ones.
No, I had some poor ones.
Let's see some of the bad ones here. I had the Jags win in the South.
Okay.
And didn't age well, but you both had them in as wild cards, so it didn't really matter. We all liked the Jets. We all bought into the Jets. You had them win in the division. We both had them in as wild cards.
Okay.
We all had Cincinnati in the playoffs. We both had them win in the North, you and I. Over in the NFC, me and you liked Dallas, and E liked Philly to win the division.
Good job, E.
E and I both had Detroit. You had Green Bay, and yet I had Green Bay in the Super Bowl, so those are equal. Tampa, Atlanta were the picks in the South. That played out pretty good. San Fran, you had the Rams.
That's my best pick.
We had San Fran, but you had San Fran. You actually changed it. You had San Fran winning the division and the Rams in the wild card, and then you flipped it because I've scratched them out here. You and I both fell for the Bears. Ugh. As wild cards.
That's Taylor Dahl's fault. She
had Philly, Detroit, Tampa.
Good job, E.
Stop playing with your boy.
Green Bay and the Rams. So he had 5 from the NFC.
Well done.
You had Green Bay, Tampa, Rams, Detroit. You had 4 from the NFC. I had Detroit, Green Bay, Tampa. I had 3 from the NFC. Over in the AFC, Miami didn't make it, right?
No.
So you had Baltimore, Texas, Kansas City. He only had 3. Dan had Texans, Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore. He had 4.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
I had Bills, Kansas City.
It's 4 out of 7, by the way.
Right. Baltimore. I only had 3. All right. It just shows you how hard it is.
What's the Powerball at right now?
Well done, E. Yeah, I know. We'll take a break. Come back with more right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Dr. Burton tells me you know who Batman is.
I can't tell you if you don't say please.
Please. Who is Batman?
Batman.
Factoid. 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Tired of seeing the signs of aging in the mirror? Fine lines, sun damage, redness? They don't have to be part of your future. I'm Dr. Mark Capsule, a board-certified dermatologist, and I can help you look and feel your best without invasive surgery or painful treatments. Imagine rejuvenating your skin in a relaxing, comfortable environment with minimal to no downtime. Smooth out fine lines, even skin tone, and restore that youthful glow. Find out how to look and feel your best at Dermagnify.com. Dermagnify.com.
When the heat's on high or the chill is too much, who you gonna call? Cool Cats Heating and Cooling is locally owned and operated with a perfect touch. You'll keep your home just right, day or night. AC to heating, don't take a beating. Call the coolest cats in town. With a 5-star Google rating, they're your neighbors, ready to help. So get your paw of approval from Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town. CoolCatsJax.com.
Hey, couldn't be any happier to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, man, I'm telling you that's how you'll be treated when you visit the beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. You'll find out what I'm talking about. There's no pressure, man. Just friendly help from the top to the bottom. They're all great people. They really are. And whether I got my boy Blue, my Blue Silverado. If you want that, like I got, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. You want a car, an SUV, an electric, a pre-owned? They got them all. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com. It's so easy to use. And it's more with an E, easy to navigate. Sales, service, parts. George Moore Chevrolet, gang together. Let's drive.
When it's time for new tires, you can count on Big Chief Tire for quality and value. Frank Franchi here. Their expert team will help you quickly find the right fit, ensuring a safe, comfortable ride. With quality options, fair prices, and quick installation, you'll be back on the road in no time. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today to schedule your appointment and roll into 2025 with great confidence. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Yo, ET here for Twin Peaks, which happens to be the best in the game, by the way. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. And it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights too, my boy. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late at night? It only happens at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on draft, cocktails, shots, and more. Come on, somebody.
Hey, a lot enough companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we got to bring my thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards. And it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Frank Frangie here. It's new year, new truck time at Nimnik Buick GMC, home of the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% and 0 APR financing. Yes, 0%. You can't find deals like this anywhere in Jacksonville. Shop 24/7 online at nimnikbuickgmc.com. Value your trade and customize your payment options in seconds. Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the show. 9:32. One of the guys is getting a lot of heat from the Super Bowl is Travis Kelsey. I was just seeing if you're still there.
How else you think your mic turned on?
I thought somebody else was in there. Don't you have a meeting?
No.
Oh, you 10?
Yeah.
Oh, you with me?
Yeah.
We have meetings today. Somebody's left the building. Left the door wide open, too. Both doors. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've seen some breakdowns of Travis Kelsey's play in the Super Bowl. Let's just say it wasn't a good night for TK.
Oh, for real?
Oh, Lord. He got blowed. They used him to block a couple times, and there were a couple situations where, like, in one situation, he's on the right side of the line. He's got to come across the line, and he's supposed to block Sweat.
Uh-huh.
He not only runs into the running back, he gets annihilated by Sweat. He was not good in the blocking game at all.
Oh, dear.
And so he's down in the dumps. Well, he did his podcast, and like people are saying he's just not good anymore. And he looks slow.
He definitely, it feels like he hit a wall.
He
like
does.
Last year he was pretty good. This year it's like he hit a wall.
So he discussed the wear and tear his body has endured on his new podcast. There's a new episode of his podcast. I know everybody wants to know whether I'm playing next year. Right now I'm just kicking everything down the road. I'm kicking every can I can down the road. I'm not making any crazy decisions. Right now the biggest thing is to be there for my teammates and the coaches. Understand that there's a lot that goes into this thing. I've been fortunate over the past 5 or 6 years. I've played more football than anybody. The fact that we keep going to AFC championships and Super Bowls means I'm playing an extra 3 games more than everybody else in the league. That's a lot of wear and tear on the body. It's a lot of time in the building. That process can be grueling. It can weigh on you. It can make you better, and it can drive you crazy. Right now, it's one of those things where it was driving me crazy this year. It happens as you tail off towards the back 9 of your career. Sounds to me like he may be done.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pat's going to have to talk him into coming back.
No, you think? I don't know. Because you know how these guys are. They're too competitive.
Well, the money's the money.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing, bro. Kelsey's got the money now. Kelsey's.
Oh, yeah. He got Tay-Tay. Come on.
Well, and it's not just that. I mean, he's got so much endorsement possibilities getting paid for that podcast. I mean, he doesn't need the money. So if it's not just the game, and he'll miss the game, but if you don't play the game at the level that you play the game, then suddenly it's not quite the same.
Agreed. Yeah.
And Travis Kelsey did not play the game this year at the level that he's normally played the game. He did have 97 catches in 16 games, but for only 823 yards, that's 8.5 a catch, 3 touchdowns. That's not great. He's got 1,000 catches in his career, 12,000 yards, but this is a guy who would have, like in 2020, he had 105 catches for 1,400 yards, 1,300 yards, 1,200 yards, 1,100 yards, 1,300 yards. That's how many yards he would get with, that's averaging 13.5, 12.2, 12.7, 13, 13.2. This year, 8.5. That's noticeable.
That boy hit a wall. Like Kelsey could run away from guys last season.
Right.
This year, it's just like his cleats were stuck in the ground.
Yeah, he just doesn't look the same. So I'm going to guess, if I had to guess, and I don't know this, but if I had to guess, I'm going to say he retires.
Bold hot take from the Moses.
I'm going to say Kelsey's not back. I'm going to say Kelsey decides, you know what, I'm done.
Going into the booth or something?
It's only, he has so many, he'll have any opportunity.
Yeah, he will.
So many opportunities he wants. It just sounded by his comments like he's like, I don't, you got to. I don't know.
And if he does call it quits, I can
oh yeah, that's fine.
Because he knows. Because there's sometimes don't go out like Julio. Julio Jones should have been
yes,
hung it up.
yes.
So I can commend that.
I would say this. I will bet you right now, Travis Kelsey, if he does play next year, he won't play all 16 games, and he won't have anywhere near 97 catches, and his yards per catch will be very low as well. When you lose it, you lose it, and that's a position player, right? So let's do this. We got a makeup break, so we'll grab this. We'll come back, and we'll put the wraps on this program. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
A new NASCAR season starts Sunday with the biggest race of them all.
And there's nobody that's better than Daytona.
The Daytona 500. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on Jacksonville's NASCAR station 1010XL.
An ACL tear can be a devastating injury with prolonged pain and rehabilitation. Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari. I'm a sports medicine orthopedic surgeon who grew up right here in Jacksonville and then went on to train with the world-renowned Dr. James Andrews. At Bari Orthopedics, we use the most current techniques to get you back on the field with less pain and quicker rehabilitation. We treat all types of sports injuries with the newest techniques available. Please call us for consultation or visit BariOrthopedics.com.
Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com. That's BAHRI Orthopedics.com.
Are you having trouble selling your home or coming to a decision to sell your home because you hear some of the problems people are running into? Recent talk about interest rates, economic uncertainty. Is now the right time to sell? Will you get the price you need? What about repairs or showings? Here's the good news. You don't have to figure that out by yourself. Hire the friendly, no-pressure, experienced agents. They eat and sleep Jacksonville real estate. Call my agents Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Chad and Sandy can do it. They do it with a bottom-line guarantee. Your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. That's right. At agreed-upon terms, it's as simple as that. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move-in date. Jonathan Mount Pleasant said the only thing standing between me and my dream of traveling in my RV was the sale of my Mount Pleasant home. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, and boom, 3 days, multiple offers. That's ChadandSandy.com.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail-wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open-play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees, about $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On February 12, 1982, ice hockey legend Wayne Gretzky scores his 153rd point of the season, breaking the NHL record in a game against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beachurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beachurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beachurst Plumbing, here to help.
Hammond, Valentine's Day is coming up. Got any romantic plans?
Dad, I'm married to Clean Air. My plan is to help Jacksonville families breathe easier.
You're helpless, but Clean Air does sound nice. Can duct cleaning really help?
Absolutely. Dust, allergens, even odors can build up in your ducts. Cleaning them now makes your air fresher and healthier for your family. The EPA says better indoor air quality can reduce health risk.
So cleaning ducts are like Valentine's Day gift for the house.
Exactly. Forget chocolates. Fresh air lasts longer and doesn't melt. Plus, we've got a February special, $100 off your total.
All right, sign me up. Maybe fresh air will make Mom fall in love with me again all over.
You'll have to take her to dinner for that, but cleaner air will definitely help.
Fair enough. Jacksonville, if you're ready to show your home some love, Google Zerorez and read over 7,000 five-star reviews. Zerorez.
Spelled Florida backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zerorez.
Guys, Valentine's Day is coming. Don't run out of time. Jacksonville Flower Market on Beach and Southside has fresh, beautiful flowers she'll love. Mention radio to get 10% off. They'll even customize the bouquet so it's unique to her. Jacksonville Flower Market on Beach and Southside.
Family owned and managed for 20 plus years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, time to cool down from a busy show on a Hump Day Wednesday, man. And I'm looking at this list. Biggest cap hit in 2025 on every team.
Okay.
All right. Who's the Jaguars' biggest cap hit?
It's either Evan or Christian Kirk. I'm going to go Christian Kirk.
Because it ain't Trevor yet, right?
Not yet.
It ain't Trevor. Christian Kirk, 24.1.
Yep.
So I can tell you right now, one word with Christian Kirk, restructure or bye-bye.
Well, that's
just reality.
That's 3 words, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Restructure, I should have stopped that. I should have stopped the restructure. And by the way, now I will say this, E. The one good thing, that $24.1 million, that's the 29th highest cap hit.
Uh-huh.
So we don't have a lot of heavy cap hits on this team, bro. Like Dak Prescott, cap hit in 2025, $90 million.
Sheesh.
Deshaun Watson, 72. Mahomes, 66. Derek Carr, 51. Matthew Stafford, 50. Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen. Those are your top 8. First non-quarterback biggest cap hit, Devontae Adams. He gone. Raiders, Christian Wilkins. He gone. Carolina, Taylor Moton. He gone.
I think that's Mouton.
M-O-T-O-N?
No, Mouton.
Okay. Lowest cap hit for any team? What team is this guy on? What team is Michael Onwenu on? Is that Baltimore?
Sounds like a Cleveland Brown.
No, it might be a Patriot.
Okay.
I think it's a Patriot. Yeah, it's got to be a Patriot. Jalen Hurts, $21.9 million cap hit in 2025. Whoa, Eagles are in good shape. Good shape. So it's just interesting to see these cap hits, and we don't, like, that's why though, that's why you want to win now if you're the Jags, man.
Got to win when that window is
Because
there.
next year, Trevor's going to be up in that top 8. Right?
That's what happens when you pay the quarterback $55 million.
Mm-hmm. Pete Carroll's announced his coaching staff. Interesting that 2 in the names are Brennan Carroll and Nate Carroll.
Interesting.
Those are the 2 little boys that used to run around Seahawks practice. See?
Throw the football.
Mm-hmm. Brennan Carroll is the run game coordinator, and Nate Carroll's assistant quarterbacks coach. Carroll's joining Dad in Vegas. Be interesting to see how he does there. They need a quarterback.
Yeah.
They need a quarterback. They got to find a quarterback. They don't get a quarterback there, it's going to be the same terrible team. And you know what? It's a tough spot. I mean, again, the prize is next year, and you don't know if he's coming out. Who are the best quarterbacks in college in 2025?
Archie's 26, right?
Well, Archie could come out after this year.
I think he's going to be up there.
Oh, he'd be the first pick, bro. But here's the problem. He may not. You know what I mean? He may say, I'm going to stay for another year.
Yeah, he might.
That's what, Peyton did. I could see him doing that. Couldn't you?
Absolutely.
My point is this. If you're not sold on Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, and I don't know if you are, maybe you start thinking ahead to 2026.
So you draft a different position and just kind of build?
Yeah.
And do you tank all season?
Is Arch Manning worth tanking for? That's an awful. Drew Aller of Penn State.
What was the last team to tank all year for a player?
Lenoris Sellers of South Carolina. Carson Beck will be back in the mix.
Yeah.
Arizona State kid. I don't know if these guys are Arch Manning. He's one of the tops, but he ain't coming out. He can't come out. It's DJ Lagway.
Oh.
Right? DJ Lagway, I feel really comfortable saying this, and maybe I'm an idiot. Cade Klubnik, another guy.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Lagway, I would bet you right now, would you like to take this bet? Will be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft.
Man, this year.
I'll bet that right now. And he's not coming out this year or next year.
So
he's got this year and next year with Florida. He's got to stay 3 years.
So is that a dime bet?
What do you want to do?
Oh, so are we doing this right now?
I'll do an actual $1,000 if you want.
Oh, straight cash, homie?
What do you think of that?
Man, come on, man. That's my whole 10-10 check.
That's a lot of jack. That's a stack. That's a rack.
Straight racks, boy.
Is that a rack?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, should we bet a rack?
No.
All right, me and you will bet. What do you want to bet? Good lunch? I mean, do you think he's not going to be?
This year just means a lot. You say top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Terrible news for you boys.
What happened?
That'll do it.
Where have you been?
Last day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You'll have a meeting. You have some formalities to be taken care of. But
you jumped in there ahead of me.
I had to go in. I had to make sure. Well, listen.
You may have nothing to fight for.
After that 9:15 segment, man, I know who's got my back around here. I had to get in there and, take care of myself a little bit, lest I get the Trevor treatment on the way out the door.
Who will be joining you on the program next week?
Well, I didn't say I'm staying either.
Oh, you're not either.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I may have got a sweetheart deal. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
there may be a path
parting gift.
There may be a path for y'all.
I doubt it.
We'll see. I mean, there may be a path for y'all.
I doubt
it. It's, you know.
Well, thank you for coming back.
Well, you know, I didn't want. They are giving me the opportunity to return to the show. A lot of people don't do that. There's a trust, factor in allowing.
Usually, you lock the door and you go crazy.
Correct. Right. Get security. So.
Last real quick.
I mean, maybe y'all survived, and tomorrow will be like a normal day, but I ain't gonna be here tomorrow.
Okay. Wow.
I ain't gonna be here Friday.
Wow.
I'm not gonna be here Monday.
Wow.
Oh, geez. I guess we'll go from there. 3-dayer, thanks to you.
3-day suspension.
3-dayer. Apparently.
You got caught on camera saying some
I
things.
didn't get caught saying I didn't say anything untoward on camera.
Are you sure?
100%.
Well, why are you getting suspended for 3 days?
For conduct detrimental.
We're doing that again.
I'm not.
No.
I'm just putting the fear of God. We just talked about exciting new ventures here at 1010XL, and I'm going on vacation to San Antonio. So enjoy Prosser Free Radio. No one enjoys it more than Prosser.
E, get us out of here. Now, why did he come back?
2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. Find the coolest cats in town
It would always
at
the
coolcasjacks.com.
You call you about a cuss word.
Hello, Tony.
Good morning.
Would you like to cuss at us?
Tony, would you call Dan a cuss word if you could get away with it? Yeah.
No, I'm more civil than you.
Tony, do you think DJ Lagway will be a top 5 pick in the draft 2 years from now?
I mean,
it's a long way away.
Right, that's what I'm willing to take that.
Probably not.
Okay.
But not impossible.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Gator fan.
Yeah.
That's right. What are you guys cooking on Hump Day Wednesday?
We'll have Chad Ryder on with us as we'll be
draft
taking
talk.
a look at
We're
the
doing a mock
draft
today?
We do have, as
All right.
we're doing every Wednesday, we're doing
Okay.
a full 7-round mock on the show. So
7
we'll
rounds.
share where we got through with that.
We got extra picks like in the first 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah.
They have a good poll question because I thought about it, and one of the options is, would you take Mason Graham 5th overall? And my answer is, would have been yes, but everybody's saying this defensive tackle draft is deep.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. So we're asking about Mason Graham, and if you were wanting them or not to take him at 5, what is your rationale for yes or no?
Yeah.
Right. So we have 2 yes answers and 2 no answers.
I kind of
Your
like
yes,
I might take the no.
Yeah. He's an elite talent,
Yeah.
major position of need.
Then what are you taking?
No deep draft.
You taking a
or
corner who's
no, we have
also
bigger
not.
needs.
I
Yeah.
mean, the problem is Will Johnson. I keep seeing him slipping out of the top 10.
Yeah.
So what? Now, do you circle back now? Do you dare go receiver?
Let's see who's there.
Do you go rush end?
Yeah.
Ooh. Let's see who's there. But I would focus on. I will bet you, us knowing Don Anthony Baselli Jr. and even though he's not going to have a huge say, this guy is going to pound the desk for inside out.
Yeah. I just worry. I worry about what you said about Graham being just the best of a not great group, and I don't.
It is a great group.
I just don't know. I mean, the best of a great group,
right?
But
deep group.
Yeah.
Deep group.
Deep group.
I just
we'll see if they're great
because there were reports coming out of Mobile at the Senior Bowl. Some of those big interior guys throwing guys around. There were. So
that's kind of why it's there.
Guy.
Like it's a deep group, but there's not a whole lot of guys that are being talked about at the same level of Mason.
He needs to be Jalen Carter.
Right.
You need to
Lock
find
away.
that kind of interior guy.
We'll go through it.
All right, Mike and Tony getting ready for Jaguars today, PFR tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. Could be HFR too.
No,
things don't go well here.
This has nothing to do with any of that. No, I killed that bit before.